I don't know about you, but I did my 10 seconds of silence already.
Oh, you're smart. Big smart.
Okay.
Good.
Ikaw na po panalo, sir.
Yeah, dude. Palagi na lang.
Migoy, I tagged you in a video. Look at Jesus' altar over here.
Oh.
There's a Jesus altar.
Right now. Look at Jesus' altar over here.
Is he just Barabbas?
Dude, look at him. He's so fucking hype. He's the fucking hypest Jesus ever.
Is this Jesus Christ Superstar?
Dude, I do not know. I don't care. In my headcanon, it's Jesus' altar.
I mean, this could just be Jesus Prime.
Oh, it could be.
I'll share this post mamayang 12.
Why?
I have not.
Because he has risen, dude.
Oh shit!
Oh no, not
he
yet.
has risen.
Not yet. Tomorrow pa.
Yeah, tomorrow. 12.
Yes.
12 a.m.
So later at 12 midnight.
Yeah, I will.
Jesus' altar has returned to us.
Coming back.
Yeah, to save us from all of the singularities.
Yeah, from Gilgamesh and all of the bad stuff.
Yeah, dude. Infinite fish works. Let's go.
Oh, the wine.
Yeah, that was just one thing. Infinite fish.
Yeah,
works.
dude.
Yeah.
And wine.
It's funny you should say Jesus. You should start off with Jesus because Samson
Why?
was just came
Jesus
back
jokes.
from
What?
from getting right
Jesusing?
with Christ.
Okay.
The Eucharist.
Wait, are we starting? Who's hosting?
Yeah, who is hosting? Is it me?
It's you.
I
Probably.
think so, yeah.
Oh, it's probably me. All right. So I am the host man for this quarantine session of the boys getting together online. The boys, I fucking miss
Wait,
you
what
boys.
I miss physical.
What episode number is this?
Oh, what?
This is
58?
this is episode 58
58?
because that's what my file name says.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'll double check.
It is 58.
Fuck.
Okay.
Beat me to it. Yeah.
Yep,
Slick,
yep.
forceful, exciting.
Yeah, I really miss the physical hangout recording, boys.
Yeah. And like this everyone is online thing is really triggering my like online introvertness.
Really? Like in what way?
Cuz like you know how I'm afraid of chat. and
Yeah,
and
pretty
video
much.
Yes,
calls and
yes.
shit. Like
Raffy's
now,
two worst fears: chat and spiders.
yeah. Yeah, so like since everyone is online right now, like I just get I just get scared of all the people that are out there in digital land.
No,
People.
he'll never be a Digimaster.
No. Not for me.
But what about a Digimonster?
What a
No.
pull.
So everyone, you are listening to episode 58 of the Good Trades podcast. We are here coming at you live from the digital internet airwaves because the quarantine is preventing the good old boys from hanging out.
And
so
also I'm streaming
joining
Twitch,
us.
so
Yeah. Oh, are we? Are we?
I managed to do it.
Okay.
Just a simple.
Hello, Twitch.
Ba ayaw mo?
Oh my. Suddenly, we're also on Twitch. So joining us on this quarantine podcast recording / Twitch live is the boys, which are comprised of Mr. Miguel Samson over there to the right.
Okay.
You're on the right, right?
I'm
Miguel
sure.
Samson from Too
Yeah.
Much Gaming.
He's
Yeah,
on the
dude.
right of something.
I'm
pretty
on the
sure.
right of Christ. Or what does he say? Raffy, what did he say? I forgot.
Sanctify me.
Right. You
Yeah.
get right with Christ.
Get right
Get right
with
with
Christ.
Christ.
That's the famous saying. And
yeah.
to the left of Christ would be Mr. Miguel Mendoza.
Ooh, I am here.
Big Cybertronian man, big Gundam building community leader who brought together everyone to build Gundam online, Mr. Miguel Mendoza.
Yeah,
The
that
only
actually
thing
happened,
I've
huh?
led is my weight.
Oh no, this
something.
quarantine.
Refuel it.
Directly in front of the Jesus Christ would be Mr.
Wait a
Hustle Muscle Raffy Muscle.
Pray for us.
Pray for us. Pray for us. And also joining you guys today would be your Mr. Hostman for the week, Mr. Emile Tanglao, as my friends like to call me, the Fish Master, the Podcaster, the Nut Master.
Yeah, you got it. Big Daddy
Also
E.
a Nut Master. Big Daddy E. Oh, it's so gross. So how's the quarantine, boys? Oh, what's wrong with Miguel?
Which
Is something
one?
happening to Miguel? I mean, Migs? Is something wrong with Migs?
I don't know.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
Yeah.
Discord problems.
He's gone.
There you go.
He's gone.
I'm
There
sorry.
he is.
Yeah.
Okay, after some internet foibles, the Migs has joined us. We are now complete once again. So I ask you again, boys, how's quarantine been?
Nothing new, I guess.
Big oh
it's-
yeah,
something's new. I mean, this week is a bit special for
how
the
special we
Catholics
talking?
because it's Holy Week,
yeah,
and it's kind of weird too because how can you Holy Week with this setup?
On paper, I'm a Catholic as well, but I don't really practice that good. What do you call it? Don't you? Hanging above me right now are last year's like dried palm leaves.
Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah.
What do we call them here in the Philippines?
The palm
Palaspas?
stuff. Palaspas.
Palaspas. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are those for exactly? Can you explain that to me?
Are you serious, dude?
No, yeah. I have
Preach
it here
it,
in my
preach it,
house from
Raffy.
last year, but like I have no idea what they're actually used for.
They're used.
Do you use it to hit the evil spirits?
No.
Yeah. If you don't,
Is it?
like
I
in
don't
the
know.
middle of the night? Okay, so on
Okay.
Black Saturday,
Give us some
right
learning.
before Palm Sunday, there used to be a whole bunch of hauntings around ancient Jerusalem, right? There are a bunch of
Really?
ghosts. There are a bunch of ghosts.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I
And
have
then
no
what
idea.
you do on Black Sunday is like, in the middle of the night, whenever a haunting would come through, you take out your palm, which has been like blessed by the Holy
Blessed with holy
Spirit, and
water.
it's been consecrated to fight demons. And then
It's made by a Belmont.
Pope Belmont II, and then
Pope Belmont,
he was, and when the ghosts come out, you smack them with it, and then there.
Oh, so it's just like the vampire killer.
Yeah. It's
Kinda.
like it's
Okay.
like the Morning Star.
It's Morning Star, but vegan.
Or the Rebellion.
No, no, but for real, I think it's because they welcomed Jesus into the city when they were holding palms and stuff.
Why were they holding palms? Was
I
that like
think- yeah?
That's the
was that like a
signifiers.
hype thing to do back in the
Yeah.
day?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, that
in-
guy's coming. Bring out your palm leaves.
Like, you know those
instead of like
plastic-
air
like-
horns.
or plastic balloons that are long plastic balloons. Instead of that,
yeah.
they use palms to cheer for Jesus.
Yo, sick.
Actually,
Okay.
he might not be wrong because
Yeah,
like
let's
before
go,
the
Jesus. I am a very bad person.
Palm,
right now.
palm, pom, pom, pom.
Yes,
Pom,
exactly.
pom,
We're gonna get hated for this.
and that's where the
episode.
Christmas song comes from, the one that goes pam 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 pam.
No, that's a little drummer. It's a little
And-
drummer boy, dude.
And not too many people know this, but that's also the origin of clapping because you strike your palms together.
Right. All of this is correct. All of this
We're
is
gonna
correct.
burn
But
in hell.
Are we? Oh God!
Aren't we
I'm
in
such
hell
a,
yet?
I'm such a bad Catholic. Fuck.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, for religious stuff, we should actually turn to Migs because he's actually like before the show started, he was telling us about how he was like getting right with Christ. And
right
and
with Christ.
he was doing the litany and what is it again, Samson?
So what happened was because it's Holy Week, so usually our family here does the rosary every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sick.
and also in well, that's the thing. Like you do the rosary, and there's a part after doing the rosary called, I think, the litany of Eucharist or something like that.
Okay.
The litany. I think. What happens that you like you recite something and then there's pray for us. It's basically prayers.
Yeah.
And,
you call upon like these sacred figures and you ask them to pray for you.
But basically, you're just praying for these figures during the rosary. And when I was a properly devout Catholic, like
When
high
you were
school,
a young boy.
or yeah, when I was a young boy, and I think
nubile Catholic.
everyone has that experience being a devout, practicing Catholic during their childhood days.
No, yeah.
Sure.
I have some vague ones.
Yeah,
Not by choice.
I actually know the litany by heart, by memory. Like I can recite it. So,
Sick.
like even today, I kind of remember some parts or some chunks, and I think I've talked to our friend AK about this one because I just realized like yesterday after doing the rosary with my family, it just hit me, and then I told AK because she's into like art and stuff, and I have this idea of, hey, what about we do some art for the litany, like we make art depicting the stuff that's in the litany. That would be cool. And then I also said, and also because of that, the reason I mentioned AK because she plays Magic too.
Okay.
And I also mentioned this to Raffy earlier and to Miggy earlier. And that is, the litany is basically just an EDH deck, huh?
Really? What?
Yeah.
What?
It's basically
What do you mean?
a Queen
Explain
Mom
yourself.
tribal deck. Yeah.
It's what tribal?
Yeah, Queen Mom tribal.
Yeah,
Queen Mom Tribal?
Yeah, like, you have a lot of legendary creatures and artifacts
Oh, dude.
that
in
you have
my
to
head-
recite and invoke.
In my head, it's fucking heroic spirits, and you're gacha summoning
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and you have artifacts like the Tower of David, the Tower of Ivory, the House of Gold, the Ark
That
of
could
the
be your
Covenant,
lands, dude.
the Gate of Heaven,
Dude,
all of this stuff.
Those are some sick sounding lands.
Right?
See,
right.
I'm not even like reading these. I'm just reciting these.
I actually got
Yeah.
the litany right here. My favorite
Yeah.
one is like Seed of Wisdom,
Dude,
Mirror
yeah,
of
dude.
Justice.
Dude.
Holy
Like
shit.
they
Wait,
even
are those
have
real?
yeah
It's
they even
real,
have
it's real.
enchantments called Cause of Our Joy and
Mystical
Health-
Rose.
yeah Health of
shit,
the
what?
Sick with
Tower
Huge
of Ivory.
Sinners. Oh, those
Oh,
are artifacts.
man.
though.
Do I
So-
have to like get back into being a Catholic? These sound sick.
Right?
Exactly. They sound really sick. That's why I was talking to AK about how about we actually draw these things because they sound really cool.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like in
Fuck
paper.
Dude,
Combine
we're in
your
the
powers
Philippines. There's like
eventually
a
make a
huge
full
market
deck.
for this. Maybe you guys can go to Comic Church Con or something.
Bro. I got something. Do Comforter of the Afflicted.
Comforter of the
Yo,
That
Yeah.
sounds like the worst bed
Man.
ever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or Refuge of Sinners.
Yeah.
So
very
cool.
Rakdos.
Queen of Prophets, Queen of Patriarchs, Queen of
Yeah.
Apostles.
Queen of Apostles, Queen of
Queen-
Confessors.
Sobrang
Queen of-
OP ng Queen of Confessors.
Yeah, dude. Queen of Virgins. Dude, Queen of Virgins.
Holy
Ano
shit,
pa yung
man.
Virgin most amiable yata.
It sounds
Virgin
like a
most
very black
admirable.
deck.
Wait. Who's the commander of this deck? Is this Orzhov?
Virgin
What's
Mary,
going
I
on?
guess.
Virgin Mary? Virgin Mary is the commander?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
she's the Mary Mother of God. Oh God, ooh,
Yeah, dude.
that's
Mary,
powerful.
Mother of God.
Oh, that's a long ass fucking title. Yo, so Migs, now that you're talking a lot, how was your week?
Oh, well, I only done two things, and that is, I've gotten back into Terrace House.
Ooh,
Because of that new
And-
season.
that's a good one.
Yeah, because Emile of Earth 2, which is Emile from Noobs and Cubes, is hyping
Over
me
in
up
the
on the
United
new.
States.
Is hyping me up on that new season for Terrace House because they have this Filipino guy from Davao City who kind of looks like Emile when he has
Holy
glasses.
shit, what?
Yeah.
Dude, he looks like a Masked Rider character.
Yeah, that is true. So it could be anyone. But
Does that
could
mean
be
I look like a
anyone.
Masked Rider character?
yeah, dude, you look like a Masked
Sometimes.
Rider protagonist. Why
God
not?
damn it.
At the very
So-
least, the secondary rider.
Yeah, the cool one, the cool brooding rider with
I wouldn't mind being Meteor.
with
yes.
raven hair.
I would
and-
not mind being Kamen Rider Meteor.
Sure.
Would you wear light
yeah.
brown, like short shorts or something,
Why not?
and do kung fu moves?
But yeah, so I got back into Terrace House, and it's good. Like they finally, I'm finally at the point in the new season where they introduced this Italian manga artist / model called Pepe. So
Pepe Le
yeah, he's actually been appearing in some Uniqlo ads for a while.
What?
So he was familiar, at least in that point. And there's actually a wrestler who entered the house, like a
Is
female
this the one
wrestler.
you've been tagging me?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's one I've been tagging you.
Is she an actual
Her
wrestler?
name, yeah, her name is Hana Kimura,
Oh.
and he's
Hana
from that.
Kimura.
She's
Gotta look that up.
from the, I forgot what federation it is. Like it's a wrestling federation. It's like an all female wrestling federation
Oh.
in Japan.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Here it comes. Here comes the information.
No, no,
Hana
no.
Kimura.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Hana
yeah.
Kimura.
The goddess of Stardom champion. Yeah.
There it is, Stardom.
Yeah.
Stardom. I see.
She wrestles
I'm not
for
really.
Stardom.
Yeah, I'm not really
Oh.
super familiar, but yeah.
And her mother is a former wrestler, Kyoko Kimura.
Yeah.
What?
Who's as crazy as her in
Second
the ring.
generation. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hana
Same generation.
Kimura trained at Wrestle One's Professional Wrestling University. Hana Kimura won the DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship
Yeah,
one
man.
time on August 21, 2005.
She's
then
hardcore.
lost the title immediately to her mother, Kyoko.
Say, keep it in the family.
You're gonna
What
learn.
the fuck? You gotta keep the title in the family.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Carlo's here.
Hey.
Man, what's up?
Oh,
What's
nice.
up, boy?
What's up, man?
Yeah, we're talking about Terrace House, but before we're talking about Jesus.
Now we're talking about Hana Kimura, the wrestler who is in Terrace House.
Yeah.
So,
Who lost
how
her
is
mom?
she in the Terrace House? Who lost to her mom? Oh my god.
Yes, probably one of my favorites right now in the season. Like, there's also this basketball player. So it's basically those three, like the basketball player, the manga artist, and the pro wrestler.
The big three.
The big
Yeah,
three.
Big three.
Yeah. But
Okay.
there's this one dude who's part of the original how do you say this? Original roster of the new season of Terrace House,
Okay.
whose main goal or his objective is like he wants to be Spider-Man. And
Okay.
What?
That's a
And
good goal.
As you do.
that's his goal, and a lot of people are actually like they're asking him again, like, wait, are you serious? Like, or are you talking about you want to be a Spider-Man cosplayer, or like
Or
you want to be an
actually
actor,
Spider-Man.
or you want to
Actually
just work
Spider-Man.
on something related to Spider-Man? But no, he just said, no, I just want to be a Spider-Man. And
I remember wanting to be Spider-Man
yeah,
In
back
what
when I was
way?
7.
and he's being like for real, he's being ridiculed by the viewing party of Terrace House
Okay.
because he's being immature, or
Aw.
like he isn't as like he's really weird.
Oh no.
In short, but on the current episode that I actually watched and stopped watching, but he had an arc, like a development arc, and he actually kind of manned up and tried to learn stuff. Like he tried to learn basic stuff. I mean,
Oh my
it
God.
isn't as it shouldn't be something that you gotta be, I don't know, proud of. I guess you can be proud of it because he learns how to cook properly. He's trying to learn English because he wants to be Spider-Man, so he wants to.
Oh, yeah,
kind
you
of-
need English to be
yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, right.
You can't be the Japanese Spider-Man.
And-
No one wants
and-
to be that guy.
And like currently he's trying to work in this Marvel cafe, so he does want to learn English because a lot of foreigners though are actually going there. And that's
like
the thing,
that.
man.
I like that the first step in this guy's list to become Spider-Man is learn English.
Yeah, for sure.
Not
because
the
you're,
superpowers,
Not
right?
the superpowers,
Yeah.
not the justice and fighting crime.
And about the cooking, like it's something funny and kind of cringy when they kind of showed how he cooks before he starts learning how to cook.
Okay, what did he cook?
He cooked a dish that he called broccoli pasta. And
okay.
it's just broccoli boiled with pasta.
No sauce? No nothing?
No nothing?
No sauce.
Just like raw ass noodles and broccoli?
Yeah. And
Not even like sauce in a pack?
everyone's
No.
making fun of it. Like
Were they
everyone's-
boiled in the same pot?
Yes.
What?
So
That sounds
everyone's making
unsanitary.
everyone's making fun of it. And when the Italian manga artist came,
Because he's Italian, right? He knows
he's
a thing or two
Italian.
about
He
pasta.
knows. Oh, for sure, he
This
knows.
is illegal.
Before he was like, the housemates were egging on this guy because this dude knows how to cook. And the Italian asked him like, "Oh, what pasta do you cook?" And he said that it's broccoli pasta. And broccoli pasta, that's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And then he tried to cook for them again, just to prove that he's trying to learn to cook. So the thing about this Italian dude is that he's actually nice. Like he's a really good guy. So he's, even though most of them are egging on Spider-Man, he's actually nice to him. Like, oh, this is actually unique. This is a unique pasta, and this might be a dish that will be remembered forever.
Wow.
In the future. Like
I mean,
he's
he's not
really being
wrong.
nice.
It's hard to forget.
Yeah. So
He
anyway,
wants to be famous. I'll make
Yeah.
him infamous.
yeah. Like fast forward, he's about to leave. Like this Spider-Man dude's about to leave the house, and what he did was that he plans to cook for everyone.
Before he leaves.
Before he leaves, and the
that's
dish
nice.
the dish that he cooked is broccoli pasta, but improved. And he actually made the pasta from scratch and added some more ingredients to make it delicious, and it was delicious. Like the Italian dude actually, well, he's still being nice. He says that, this is better than what I usually do. Like it's better than the pasta I usually make, but it's generally like delicious. Like everyone actually is surprised.
Wow.
And it's one of the most like it's one of the most touching moments in that episode when he went out of the house now, because he proved that he grew, and he even made a speech in English for his departure.
Oh boy.
So it's really
Terrace House is
touching.
so fucking wholesome.
Yeah, it's really wholesome. It's really good. Like, also when the Italian guy, because after Spider-Man dude left the house, the Italian guy soon followed, and what they showed was that because his goal in Terrace House is to actually have inspiration for his stories, for his upcoming manga, and he actually finished the manga. He actually finished the first few chapters of his manga.
Is the protagonist of his manga Spider-Man broccoli pasta dude?
No, it's
damn it.
It's him. It's loosely based on him and his story. But there's this one spread that features all of the housemates. So Spider-Man dude's also there in just one spread. So it's cool.
Cute.
That is cute.
But the last scene for Pepe was very touching, because he went to a Konbini store and he looked at the comic stand. So he found his comic. He found his comic digest, and he planned to buy 4 or 6 copies, but forgot some extra money, so he just went for 3. And then he told the cashier lady that, hey, I drew this. And the cashier lady is nice too, because he said, don't worry, I'll spread the word that you drew this. I'll be your biggest fan and all. And that's just heartwarming to hear from anyone. So he ended up crying back home because it was touching, like to see your work on display and on sale. So that's something that they kind of showed Pepe feeling when that happened.
Oh man, dude! In general, I think Terrace House is one of the most wholesome like reality shows out
man.
there.
Like
Dude.
this is if reality TV show is McDonald's, this is probably McAfee. So it has this has this semblance of quality
There's a
that's
bit of
above
class to it.
McDonald's. Yeah,
Oh, dude, you're not wrong.
yeah.
Clean.
That's pretty dang spot on. The branding is better. It's
The branding is
Yeah.
better. It has a
The
lot of
environment is
sophisticated
classier.
drinks.
The
even though they're
interior
all
design
distributed.
was well thought out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my week actually. The other one that I did was Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'll just
Yeah.
leave that
Oh.
later.
That's the big
Yeah,
one.
which I think that's the big one that everyone got on.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, except for Raffy. No.
I don't
That's the
have
big
it.
game.
I'm playing vicariously from all you guys.
Oh man.
So,
well.
what about you, Mr. Hostman? Or does anyone want to
Yeah, what do you
receive
call
this
it?
ball
Since-
that I'm
since
about
that-
to pass?
Since that was mostly your week, and I think like the 3/4 of us want to talk about FF7, I think now would be the best time.
Sure.
I
all
also
right.
want to talk about. Sure, go for it.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, sure.
Just get it out of the way.
Final Fantasy VII Remake just got out yesterday, right? Yesterday, officially.
10th, yes.
In the 10th.
Yes.
In Australia,
Worldwide.
it was a few days ago because I don't know.
Yeah,
Australia
they got it
is
early.
living in the future, and they got it earlier, 9 days earlier.
Let them have it, dude. They have like a different rating, so they don't get stuff like Mortal Kombat, etc.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let them
plus-
get FF7 early.
Plus,
So-
their country just ceased being on fire. So you know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that is.
And they
true.
got all the bunch of spiders running around, so they need all the help they can get. Like,
They need all the help they can get.
all the
dude.
entertainment they can get. So yeah, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake is that it's a remake of Final Fantasy VII, and
Yeah.
it's a pretty good remake.
It's a
in my
pretty good
opinion.
dang remake.
Yeah, I
man.
think that's the surprising bit because y'all know, like, with all these games that to have remakes on them, and plus that being kind of a trend at some point, like to the point that it became a sort of joke for some games. Like, as long as it ain't reforged, right, we should be good.
Reforged or
Reforged,
remastered
that's the
should be
bad
good.
one.
That's
yeah.
the
that's
bad
the
one.
bad one.
Like, I think this is joined. I mean, this game and RE2 kind of redefined
yeah.
what a
The
remake
quality
is.
of what a remake should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is like the standard
The gold
for a proper
standard.
remake. Yeah,
Like
and
a
it
true
shows.
reimagining of bringing an old game like to the modern sense,
Yep.
and not just visuals, but in terms of full-on gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
it's just so good. I mean, like, where are you guys in the game so
Yeah,
far?
so,
try to speak in as little spoiler as you
Let's
can.
not spoil a decade-old game.
Dude,
or
it's way
a
older
20-year-old
than a
It's
game.
way
decade.
older than that,
Way
dude.
older.
It's
Yeah,
like
20-year-old
23.
game, I guess.
It's
Huh.
like over 2 decades old.
Yeah, dude, it's like 21, 22, 23 years old.
Yeah, something like
Wow.
that. 97.
It's
97,
older than
98.
most folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Some
older than
people's
most
first
folks.
Final Fantasy was 13. Just think
Oh,
about
God.
that.
no!
Wow.
That's the
That's
sad
weird.
reality of some. I pity the children whose first Final Fantasy was 13.
Yeah, it
Dude,
is.
what do you call it? Speaking of first Final Fantasies, FF7 was probably my first real Final Fantasy. The one like I sat down and understood
Okay.
as a child.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Alright,
Okay.
Yeah, for me
'Cause-
that was literally my first JRPG.
Yeah.
yeah, same here.
For me, I think my first JRPG was like Legend of Legaia or something, or Suikoden.
Which is
but, like,
basically Final Fantasy 7 with
yeah,
the block
basically,
people.
Kind of,
basically.
yeah.
But the
Where
first
everyone
Final
is
Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy ever that I really absorbed fully was FF7. So this game really means a lot to me, and so far it's been fucking amazing. Where are you guys?
Yeah, I think that's the same thing for most everyone we know, and it looks to be for the rest of the world too. That 7 is their first Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
or their first JRPG.
Have
That's
I
why
already-
it's so special. Like people say, like, "Oh my God, FF6 is so much better than 7," which they're objectively right, but like it's different from being the first one you've played. Plus,
Yeah.
FF7 was the first one to come out in 3D,
Dude, plus
which is the big like generation jump in terms of video games.
Right.
I was about to bring that up because like FF7, like at some point in time, like in the past, I think during the aughts or something, it was really popular to like shit on 7 in lieu of 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there were a
Only
lot of
cool kids
FF7
played
fanboys
6,
out
right?
there, and
the
like
true fans know that
my
6 is
God.
the best.
yeah, exactly. It was really
Such a
popular to shit
stigma.
on FF7 fanboys, and like
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's like that really got on my nerves because like I was a big 7 fanboy.
Because you were one
Like,
of them.
Yeah, I was one of them. And the thing that a lot of people don't mention when it comes to 7 is the thing you mentioned, that it was
Yeah.
such a huge technological like jump.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it was also a huge jump in terms of narrative and setting because
Right.
no one's ever done a setting like that. No one's ever done a story like
Cyberpunk.
that.
I mean, not steampunk, I guess.
Steam-
Dude,
Steampunk,
it's like
yeah.
steampunk cyber
Yeah.
dystopia, like based
Yeah.
off the Kowloon walled city and like
Yeah.
super environmentalist shit. And like no one had ever thought to do that for like an RPG or a fantasy
Yeah.
setting, you know what I
Right.
mean? And it was super cool at the time. Oh my god. And like just seeing this remake and its reimagining of everything, and like they've really fleshed out this setting and I fucking love it. Those slums, I can smell those slums.
I can almost taste the Mako.
Dude.
Oh god.
So, what part of the game are you boys in?
Alright, so I think me and Migs are pretty much in the same zone.
Yeah, we
Because
stopped.
it looks like it looks like no matter how you tend to pace your gameplay, once you hit a certain like number of hours, you tend to be within the same area.
Yeah.
So like I'm at the 10-hour-ish mark, 10, 11 hours. So that means I've met Aerith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aerith.
So Sector
Aerith.
5, fallen down the chapel. That's where I'm
Yeah,
at. That's where people seem
that's-
to most be come the 10-hour mark too.
I'm at the same point in the story where I met Aris, and I was at that point now where I saw the house, and I was just like
Dude,
aghast by it.
when I
Or-
saw the house, I
It
fucking
was
came.
a
I'm
one
like,
by one
Whoa.
recreation of that render.
no, I swear, it's like I
It's
had to take a
good.
look at the picture again because
Yeah.
the way they frame Aerith's house when you first get there is like almost the same exact framing as the fucking pre-rendered background in the original, and I was just like, "Bwah!" my fucking penis.
I need I need new pants, Donna.
I need new pants.
The diaper help.
Oh god. actually,
I can't
it's
leave
been
my
More
seat.
adult.
it's been a really interesting experience playing this with Donna because Donna would be right beside me while playing this, and she's never played Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's
She's
nice.
mostly only consumed Final Fantasy VII lore through
The
Advent
expanded
Children.
universe. Oh
yes,
no!
the expanded universe. Like everything she knows about it is from Advent Children and like
Whoa.
That's like the
the
worst.
rest of the stuff. Yeah,
Like that's the
So-
best because that's where most of their modern designs are based off of, like the
Kinda,
Advent
yeah.
Children look. But
And
that's
what do you
also
call
the
it?
worst
Midgar
because
design.
Advent Children, Advent Children
And-
is not great.
I
And
enjoyed
one of
it
the
at the
funnest
time.
things,
Yeah,
dude,
but
Advent
like if
Children,
you think
fine.
about it, especially
I
with
still
the
fucking
context
enjoy.
of where it came from,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
there's so much wrong with Advent Children that it's annoying.
There is a lot wrong with Advent Children, but I still fucking love them throwing Cloud at that fucking dragon.
Yeah,
It's
Dude,
Yeah.
like
awesome.
The
on the topic
EDH,
of Advent Children being a thing, they incorporate that in this new game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the craziness of the impossibly physics-based actions that some people do, like
Yeah.
fucking
Flying.
spinning a bike around on its
Dude.
front
Oh, yeah.
wheel, doing 360s on the spot.
Yeah,
Dude, when I
Doing
I
nunchucks
signed
with a
up-
bike.
when I signed up for FF7 Remake, the last thing I expected was Dante style bike.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Piloted
Fucking-
by Judge Gavin. I mean, Persecutor Gavin.
Yeah.
Did
What do you
that-
call it?
Did that make that in? Is that in the remake?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
They
shit.
do.
Dude,
They put
there's a
Advent
new
Children
dude.
like insane,
Nice.
impossible fights in the remake.
Sick.
So the cool part about that is they incorporate that in actual fights too. It's
Yeah.
not just a cutscene only thing. Like
There's a
That's
fight
cool.
that's in the bike. It's
yeah.
cool.
Or like the fight with Reno for the first time. Once you get him to half health, he switches phases, right? And to trigger the phase shift, he does like a little animation where, like, they're parrying each other off impossibly fast attacks and flipping over each other. Yeah, and it's so good. Cool. And like, oh my god, this is what I like about Advent Children. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but like, given everything else we've seen, I'd believe all of this nonsense.
I'm just happy.
I think the funnest part about playing this with Donna so far, though, is me having to explain how much of a gigantic liar Cloud is.
Oh, dude, yeah. Constantly
like
lies to himself.
How everyone calls it out, including Reno and Tifa. And whenever Cloud spouts a lie, you can see Tifa like catch the lie, and she's like, but I'm not gonna call it out. But Reno, on the other hand, is like, yo, if you're fucking bullshitting me, you better try harder, you fuck. First class?
At least make it believable.
Yeah, make it believable, you piece of shit. And he's like, no,
but you proceed to then kick his ass, so there's that.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. But like,
that's good.
having to explain to Donna that like this fractured psyche of a man-child is just trying to be cool is like,
come on,
so good.
Don't give him like old Cloud for sure. Yeah, he lies through his teeth. But this new one is going through like psychic trauma.
Dude, this guy you can actually see. You can actually see him, like, this guy is broken. He is lying, and it's not his fault.
When he swings at the imaginary Sephiroth in his mind, I'm like, he's gonna kill an old woman and not know it.
Dude,
that's cool. Like that,
he almost
that's a cool
kills
addition.
his neighbor at some point.
Not to be fair, that neighbor looked shady as hell, right?
Yeah, big shady. We're almost at all the same point of the game. I just got Shiva, which is super cool.
Yeah, I got Shiburen.
Yeah. I just got Shiva
in the VR.
in the VR. Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I'm looking through the Sector 5, looking for the Aerith Health.
Fucking Chadley, man. Fucking Chadley. But I really love, like, one of my favorite parts about this remake is how they've expanded upon a lot of stories.
They expand on things that don't exist.
Exactly. There's a huge chunk of new stuff between the bombings.
No, because in the original game, after the first bombing, you go immediately to the second bombing, right?
Yeah.
Here, you have a little side story mission, and
dude, you became
explains
Geralt of Sector 7
dude,
for a whole
great.
chunk of
it's
the
great.
game. It's
fucking side quests galore. But like, my favorite part is that in the first game, Jessie mentions that she knows someone who can get us the codes for the reactors. And that's never explained. And I love how this remake actually explains, oh, this is how she's getting it.
Yeah, and she has a full-on backstory now too.
Yeah.
Where she's pretending to be an actor so that her parents don't know that she's an eco-terrorist.
Dude, and I love how they specifically say that she is to play the lead as the princess at the Gold Saucer, which is a thing.
Yeah, this is a thing.
This is a play you actually get to participate in the old game. And if you do it wrong, Barrett gets to be the princess.
Yeah, that's amazing. I hope that still happens.
Speaking of Barrett, dude.
No, wait.
Barrett is my
they give Jessie a reason as to why she's all eco-terroristy, because they say that she used to live like a really comfy life as like an upper middle class person in Midgar, which like the jump from poor person to even like middle class is super huge. Like you're literally either living on the ground or up in the super city. And like it's kind of funny, like when you try to analyze her motivation, it's like, her dad used to work at the reactor, right? And he overworked himself, so he collapsed in the reactor and got like Mako poisoning.
Yeah, basically.
So like she goes like, I think my dad's spirit is in the life stream, and I don't want him to go into the power plant and get turned into electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want my ghost dad to be turned. I don't want my ghost dad to power my microwave. Oh god,
dude!
Hey, Spider-Man,
so bad.
You're my best friend.
My ghost dad powered my microwave this
morning. So for Raffy, who has no idea how any of this works, Mako is the life energy of the planet, right?
Yeah, sure.
And they siphon that to turn it into electricity to power their super city. And
but
they're
the
being
thing
like,
is,
it's extremely wasteful and etc. etc.
Yeah. So the live stream, how it normally works is when you die, you return to the live stream, and whenever something is born, like a tree, a baby, anything, the live stream comes back up and forms that. Like it like inserts the soul into that being, right? So here comes fucking Shinra over here, where they develop fucking power plants to suck the live stream out of the ground and turn it into electricity.
Yeah,
so
straight on.
Just imagine. This city is powered on like the souls of the dead.
Powered by ghosts.
Fuck yeah.
It's powered by ghosts.
Awesome. By people.
Dude.
Oh no!
I don't want my
Is
dad
this-
to power
is-
my microwave.
is this
Dude,
spirits
Mako is
within?
people.
Oh no! Spirits within.
Oh,
Dude, yeah,
shit.
basically, it's spirits.
Dude, the
within.
spirit density in this reactor is very high.
In this
It's
slums.
Gaia, guys.
Oh
Dude,
Jesus.
God.
Alright.
Oh man.
But yeah.
I think we're all just collectively jizzing about the FF7 remake. So let's
It's-
break it
it's-
down.
It's good to a point that it's a little unbelievable at how good it is.
It's
Whoa.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
Like you can see some cracks of imperfection, but the overall package is really clean.
dude, some of those sky boxes and ground boxes look like JPEGs, but I don't fucking mind.
Yeah, dude. Like, but
That's
yeah,
the same.
my hair looks amazing though, right? Cloud's hair is amazing.
Dude, it's so
24/7.
funny. It's so funny when you get a reverse shot of Cloud talking to a civilian because like the civilian model is so shitty and their mouths move so funny.
But to
and
be
then
fair-
it cuts to Cloud and then he's like
He's
perfect.
got a full
he looks
set
like
of
a
teeth.
real person. Yeah.
To be fair,
man.
like the civilians do have like, even though they look like PS2 people in comparison, they're still pretty detailed. Like depending on the character you're talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're slightly more important, they look nicer.
If they're
I
quest
noticed.
givers, if they're quest
the quest
givers,
givers.
they're kind of
You can tell,
modeled
but then
better.
you get those moments like remember in the slums, the lady who counts the monsters you've killed.
yeah.
She has like a
She's
chain
slightly more
necklace.
detailed.
She has like a golden chain necklace, and each link is a 2D asset.
Yeah.
It's completely flat.
You
I
can
just-
you
I
can
look-
tell
your necklace
you
is
can
2-dimensional, lady. Like, what are you doing?
Dude, you can tell how important somebody is by the amount of polygons they have.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. It's true.
It's
super
absolutely
true.
true.
That's
All those
Dude.
guards, the guards in the Sector 7 slums look like siphon filter models with guns. It's
With
ridiculous.
oversized like submachine guns.
Yeah, oversized submachine guns.
And
that,
they loop this animation where they're just looking at it from every angle over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, yo, dude, check out my gun. No, dude, check out my gun. No. That's the exact
Oh
same.
man. Dude, as far as how faithful this fucking remake has been, it's been like mind-blowing to me. I'm like, they even get the tiny details. Like, one of the best examples that I have right now, and I'm super happy with, and I was freaking out while it was happening, was, you know how Barrett tends to antagonize this one Shinra employee every time he's on
Yeah.
Does he?
Yes. I
Not
love
just
it.
the
I
one.
love
Yeah,
those
He,
things.
he antagonizes the corporate man.
Yes, the
Right.
corporate
the
man.
Shinra
And-
middle manager.
yeah, and
Specifically a middle management job.
specifically
every time.
middle management. But in this remake, Barrett antagonizes him further, and they even add two other
lackeys,
employees. Yeah, but the thing is, in the original game, after Barrett antagonizes the Shinra employee, he jitters in his seat like a lot, like he's
Yeah.
like super panicking and having a nervous breakdown, like he has a nervous tick or something. In this remake, after Barrett antagonizes him, you can see his model with his right leg just like going up and down, shaking like a nervous tick. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's
yo,
tapping his leg.
yo, he's doing the thing from the original game. He's tapping his leg. That's super
That's
cool.
cool.
I'm like, you can tell that the people who made this like know every nook and cranny of the fucking
Yeah.
game, and you're like fucking, whoa, I'm coming again.
No, dude, it's like it's
How
super
many?
referential to
Okay.
everything, like in the entirety of Final Fantasy history. Like they're taking notes from the classic game. They're taking notes from Advent Children. They're taking notes from
15.
fucking like Crisis Core and even Dissidia. You notice
Oh,
that
yeah.
No love
if-
for no love for Dirge.
Dirge.
we don't know yet. We haven't met
never
the
played
character
Dirge.
who's in Dirge.
never
Dirge
played
of
Dirge.
Cerberus. Come on.
We haven't met
never
Alucard
played
yet.
Dirge.
But
Yeah, it's true.
like when you cast a fire spell with Cloud, right? He'll yell out "burn," which is like
Yeah.
if you play Dissidia, that's a move you can do, and he says it in a really
Really?
similar fashion. But of course, it sounds less dumb because like the new voice cast actually sound like people compared to the old one. Like
Oh,
they've
man.
given all of the characters a lot more personality. but at the same time keep them as corny as they originally were.
Yeah.
Because they're products of the 90s.
Dude, they're camp as fuck. It's
They're
great.
super campy and incredibly Japanese. Like,
Yeah.
some of
Super.
the anime, like the dialogue interaction is pure anime. And I think it's throwing people off because we're hearing it in English.
Yeah.
Dude,
So it
I
doesn't
fucking-
translate well.
I fucking love it because like not only did they keep that charm of it, but like whenever these characters have conversations, have you guys noticed the fucking camera work going on?
It's so
like
cute.
it's so good. The camera work they do, like whenever like when you're conversing with Jesse or something, the way the camera is angled or zooms in or like it's so good, man.
They make you want to love them, dude. It's working.
You will
like
feel-
it's working.
You will fall in love with these characters.
All of them, man. Like they're tropes, but they're all in like their peak performance.
Dude, I am so happy. I'm so happy that another generation is going to fall in love with the Avalanche crew.
Yeah.
Because we didn't back then.
Yeah.
No, dude, I did. Fucking like I remember for the longest time on my old ass PC, my background was Avalanche. My background was like Barrett, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge.
I'm
It's
like I get it, but like in the original game, you barely spent any time with them. Actually, like I
yeah,
felt
for
bad
sure,
when they,
for sure.
you know, when the thing happens.
when the thing happens, yeah.
But because
Sure.
you know you don't actually get to interact with them properly, it's like, oh, I guess it's fine, right? Like they're not on the box. I thought Jesse was a guy in the original Final Fantasy VII
what?
game.
Wow,
No,
really?
dude,
For
Jesse
real?
was like
Because Jesse could also be a guy's name.
yeah,
it
for
is,
sure.
right?
But like Jesse was obviously in the Cloud the whole time. I swear.
Yeah, I thought like, who's this gay dude who's super into Cloud? Like, fucking get away from me, dude.
Oh no!
And then like, oh, he was a
no.
lady the whole time. Now it makes more sense.
So,
Dude.
Carlo is actually asking how different is the demo from the final game?
It's actually
because he
pretty
only
the,
played the demo
it's
so
the
far.
It's
same,
one to
dude.
one. It's one to one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's one
I'd
to
say
one.
that actually the camera has been fixed to a slight degree.
Also,
Because it's a lot more restrictive in the demo, it felt like.
They also cut a few scenes from the demo, and now
Yeah,
they're in the game. So
It was
missing
really
scenes
just
in the demo.
one flashback, right? That
Yes,
wasn't
one
present
flashback.
in the demo?
Yes,
And
it's just
it's
one
super
flashback
unimportant.
that's extra.
Yeah, it's fine. Like the fight is the same. People are saying that I've heard in terms of gameplay and the combat, which the combat is amazing.
Oh yeah,
Because how do you
I love the
translate
combat
the
there.
old active time battle mechanic into a pseudo action game, right?
Yeah.
And man, if you're not paying attention, you can just die in this
Dude,
game.
Yeah.
if you just mash square, you're gonna die.
You're super gonna die. Like you can get through most of the weenie fights, but come
Yeah.
the one boss in that zone,
You have
you
to
don't
learn
watch
how
your
to
health,
stagger them. Yeah.
you have to. Like it's super important. Well, not incredibly important, but it does help a great deal
yeah.
because you
you're
eat
gonna
damage like a motherfucker in this.
Yeah, and some enemies, if you don't stagger them, they take minuscule amounts of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
useless
yeah.
damage.
You have to hit them with the right amount of certain types of attacks to get this, like to get damage, to get the stagger, and then deal real damage after that.
Mm-hmm,
Plus,
Also,
when they're
Deal
staggered,
real
they can't hit you
damage.
back, so you just go nuts on them.
yeah. Speaking of combat, the game also includes some sort of a compromise to people
I
who
was
just
about to
want to
say,
play casually. They
This
have
game
the
comes
classic
with
mode.
it comes with two difficulties and what they call the classic mode.
Yeah.
So what I don't like about classic mode, which is it tries to be a turn-based game where
Yeah.
the regular actions are done like by the AI,
In the
which is
menu.
fairly competent. But what I don't like about classic mode is it uses it in easy difficulty.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
man,
the thing
easy
there.
difficulty is for babies. That is way
Really?
too easy.
It's way
It's
too easy.
disappointingly easy.
Yeah.
Is it Kotaku journalist mode?
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
pretty
if you
much.
suck at video games,
It's,
that's
it's
the mode for
journalist
you.
mode. It's video game journalist
Yeah,
mode.
beat
I
this
bet
game
that's
if
the
you,
mode
like-
they use to actually finish the game in record
Yeah.
time.
Like, there's no
Right now.
challenge at all.
Right, that-
Did you guys see that one like article saying that it was too hard?
What?
Really?
Who the-
No, I was
I
about
mean-
to say I understand it
Yeah, I understand.
because there's a lot to manage in the combat.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean,
when it's
like
3
it
players
is
already.
hard. It is absolutely hard. But like, just to see that article saying that there's too much going on was like,
I fully understand.
really?
Yeah, because
okay.
I'm going at
It's a
it with
weird
the eyes
slant,
of
though.
like my example is I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PlayStation 2, right? And like every action I do in Kingdom Hearts 2, I know exactly what I'm doing Then I go show I show my sister like, oh, look at this cool thing I'm gonna do. Then I start doing combos, and then she goes like, I don't understand, and I was like, how do you not understand? And then I look at it again, and like, oh, all you're seeing is a bunch of stars fly out of enemies when I hit them. You don't see that I'm doing like sick flips in the air. I'm flying around. I'm casting spells in the distance. All you see is a bunch of effects thrown at the screen.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like to some people. They can't see the UI. They get tunnel visioned to looking at a specific thing. And the camera in this game is not great.
Actually, yeah, you have to be a good cameraman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be a
And
good
even
cameraman.
then,
I hate
it's
the
not
camera
the
for
best.
this game, actually.
What do you
The
call
camera
it?
is not the best. Talaga. You have
Not
to
to
get
mention
used to
this, I actually brought FF7 demo to the office before this whole quarantine
Yeah.
thing, and one of them tried it, and he mentioned to me that I had to point out to him that whenever the boss was about to do something, there was a tell,
Yeah,
and he was
big
like,
tells.
he had no idea, and he never noticed that there were big red box words coming out of the boss whenever it's about to do a big attack.
I am going to do a big attack. Just
For
bam.
real, like you super get tunnel vision because you're doing so much by yourself as well.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's a
Okay.
lot happening.
There's a lot.
And you get these panic moments of like, oh, yo, I gotta heal. But,
Yeah.
oh, I
you
don't
just look
have
at your life and
ATB.
like, when did my
Yeah.
life get down to like the red value?
And then
like,
once
oh,
you
that
think about-
character's just dead now. I didn't notice.
And then once you think about your health, you're like, yo, I gotta heal. And then
Yeah.
you're like, yo, I don't have ATB to heal, so I have to go in
just
and
can't.
smack him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
Yeah.
once you try to smack him, you lose more health. And then you
You
forget
panic
that,
attack,
oh
then get
shit,
hit.
what did I need to do again? Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, interesting.
Or like the worst part is once you do get the gauge and you try to throw a potion, you get smacked in the middle of it.
Exactly. That's
Then
the
you
worst
don't
part.
get it.
Losing your
Yeah.
ATB gauge.
There's
yeah,
animations that happen too.
Yeah.
It's it still emphasizes strategy while incorporating action elements to it.
It's good.
Yeah,
like
you're actually not supposed to play Cloud as this like hacky slashy man. You're supposed to like slowly play him.
He's actually like the in-betweener. He's good both at like dealing regular damage and has decent stats for magic.
I was about to ask, like, how do you guys manage your characters, or how do you build your characters so far in the game?
Oh,
So
what
far
I
in
do
the
is
game-
like in regular combat, it's super easy, mindless breeze, right? But when it comes to like bosses, I'm just like I have to keep doing something. I can't let anyone stand there doing nothing. I have to optimize all of my actions and make sure
What
no
do you
one's
call
dead.
it? How I usually do it now is like I switch between all of them to fill up their ATB gauges.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I stagger them, then spend all of those while they're staggered.
Yeah. It's
My
most fun
style-
with Tifa.
My style is, I adopted it from Final Fantasy 14, where I
Okay.
assign a main tank, which is Barrett, to actually just absorb every damage that's
Yeah,
coming.
he does get that
for the
skill
party.
too.
Dude, Barrett's a chunky boy,
Yeah,
dude.
Barrett's a long range tank for some reason, and
Yeah,
it's,
long-range
it's
tank.
cool.
He's a big
Like
distraction body.
Yeah, and have Tifa be like a semi healer DPS, and Cloud be the main DPS. And
Dude,
it kind
Exactly.
of
is
works.
this-
That's the way you do it. Tifa is like Tifa's your rush down stagger builder.
Yeah, because like Tifa has this crazy ability to build ATB gauge. She just attacks and
Yeah.
moves so fast.
Right, and she builds up Rekka specials, which is kind of
Yeah,
weird.
it's cool.
And that's how you get
Yeah.
your stagger value from it.
And then there's
You link
this,
special moves to
there's
build
this
stagger.
one boss in the game, which I will not spoil, but it has a move or a skill called the Tank Buster.
Oh
shit.
god.
And
It's so bad.
It kind of triggered me because wait a minute, this is an FF14 scenario.
It's
I need
literally
to
a
have
tank buster.
someone who's chunky stand
Who can take
in
it.
this to take it because it really hurts. Like if it hit Tifa or Cloud.
It's a one hit.
It's a one hit, but if it's Barrett, he can still like live.
He'll still keep
Take it.
swearing
Yeah.
as he
Mhm.
shoots his gun through it.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
And
Suck
also-
on this! Brr, 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 brr.
Oh yeah, like speaking of combat also, like and probably one of the returning mechanics that I actually love and I'm glad that it returned is that they incorporated Materia System pa rin in this
so
game.
good.
And
It's the
so
exact
good.
material system and simplified too.
It's
Yeah,
the exact
hyper
thing.
simplified.
and it's good. It's addicting. Like that's
really
how
good. I fucking love it.
you can customize your characters to a point that this is gonna be a tank. This is gonna be your main healer, or if you want to. If you want Clown to be super cool and have all of those weird skills,
Give him all the elements.
all of the elements, all the skills, you can do that.
You can do that. You can build whatever you want on anyone.
The one thing they didn't port over was that equipping materia shits on your stats, which is good.
It's good.
Yeah, because in the old game, when you equip materia, your stats become shittier.
What they did, however, here is that you are limited now to one summon materia per character.
That's
Yeah,
fine,
as
because
opposed-
summon
which
is
is-
more of
which
a
is
like
fine.
it's more of a gimmick than a regular actual feature.
But the
And
thing
it's
I like,
super cinematic, much like it was in Dissidia.
Really
So
cool.
that's fine.
the thing I super like though is that they've emphasized it, like instead of having materia shit on your stats when you equip it as like a benefit versus like this is what you lose for equipping materia, how they've done it instead in this game is that depending on what weapon or armor you equip, the amount of materia slots in it is usually inversely proportional to the amount of defense or stats it will give you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
have
like
a lot
for
of-
example,
if you have a
the
weapon
iron
or-
bangle,
Yeah,
the
Right.
iron bangle, which has like a single materia slot, has the
Yeah.
best defense and magic defense.
Yeah.
But like everything else with more materia slots, really shitty
No,
defense.
it's not always like that because of course you get an item that has more slots and has infinitely
yeah.
better stats. But I think
Eventually, there will
the
be straight
biggest
upgrades.
comparison to like the iron bangle is you get like I think the silver bangle, which has like really shitty stats, but it has two materia slots.
Yeah, exactly. What do you call it? It's super great. I love how they implemented
sense.
and and the descriptions of the bangles actually also explain that. They're like, "Yo, this bangle was created to make the most of materia."
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
super great. It's super duper great.
And it has like this ability or something like stat boosting thing on it. That's great.
One of the more interesting systems they implemented though was the mastering of weapons.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I
have
mean?
weapon levels now.
Yes, there's weapon levels. You can upgrade weapons, and the thing I really like is that the thing they got from FF9, which is each weapon has
An
an
ability.
ability
A
that you can
proficiency
master.
ability.
And once you master it, you don't need to have the weapon equipped anymore.
Yeah, you learn that skill. So if you master that ability of that weapon and equip another weapon, you keep that ability that it had
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So
Because-
it's like exactly the FF9 equipment mastery system.
Because what happened to me now in the game is that I'm back to using the Buster Sword.
Same,
Even though it's
same,
an old
same.
weapon, it has really good stats.
It has
And-
good attack stats.
Yeah, and since through weapon leveling, you can actually add materia slots on your
That is
weapon.
great. I was so happy about that.
So that's good actually.
It doesn't make sense visually, but I appreciate the ability to add more slots for function.
Yeah, maybe the slot is somewhere inside.
Yeah.
It's in our hearts, man.
It's in our
no,
hearts.
It's in the Kingdom Hearts.
So like
gosh.
I think we've discussed like the battles, the remake, everything so far so good. But what I want to get into now is how they've reimagined these characters and brought them to the remake.
Yeah.
So my favorite so far is how well they've captured how crazy Barrett is.
Yeah, dude, that's my favorite character. Now.
He's not crazy enough.
insane. Barrett is an insane eco-terrorist, and they've captured that perfully.
I mean,
They
in
capture that, but they've also like humanized him. He's relatable.
totally.
in the
Totally.
demo, a lot of people kind of complain that wait a minute, they're
What?
doing a black man wrong again. Through
No, he's
Barrett.
exactly the
This is
same as he was
exactly how
before.
Barrett was.
But that's the thing. Like Barrett's character, because in the opening or in the demo, he's shown as this Mr. T masculine dude.
Yeah, he looks way
who's
too
trying
cool
to be cool in front of
Yeah.
of his people because they have a new shitty boy called Cloud who joined our team, so I have to show him the business.
This
And then-
skinny boy that I have to impress.
And dude, it's really cool because after that, you see a different side of him when you go to Sector 7. And
You can
he's a
actually
different
see it as
dude.
early as the first bombing run because
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
ride the elevator up to escape, you can see Barrett panicking.
Oh,
His
yeah.
hand is shaking,
His
right?
hand-
His
His
hand is shaking.
shaking.
He's mashing the elevator button. Then he looks back at Cloud, and Cloud is like all calm and composed and
Yeah.
shit.
And it's,
And he
"Damn
like
I can't let him beat me. This
Yeah,
scrawny
yeah.
white boy.
I have to be super cool too.
Yeah. Anyway, like
Preaching
Barrett's,
about the life of the planet.
Yeah, that one. How Barrett talks is actually cool because it's like,
Dude, it's just so
You have a
funny. It's great.
you have a preacher in your party, basically.
He is straight up a fucking preacher. He is
Yeah.
a pastor preaching the word
Of
about
the
planet.
planet. Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
just
my
that.
brother
He's
testified.
forcing himself to be one.
Yeah, and
Right.
the thing
It's
I'm
an act.
most happy about is in the old game, it's actually super explained, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because he went to Cosmo Canyon.
yeah,
What does that mean?
It's
No,
a
Cosmo
place,
Canyon is like the center of like the planet research. So basically, all the people who believe in the live stream and the planet, they hang out at Cosmo Canyon,
Okay.
and it's framed as this hippie place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
Okay.
spiritual.
Oh, I get you.
everyone, let's journey to Cosmo,
Cosmo
Canyon, and learn
Canyon,
more about the
baby.
planet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it totally makes sense that Barrett is going off on these tirades, talking about how the planet is alive because of
Yeah.
Cosmo Canyon.
And like
Really
his
good.
party members, like the other team members, are like, just let him do it. You know, it's his thing.
Yeah. That's his way to
Yeah.
rile up the company.
Just put up,
troops.
like Jesse goes to Cloud. Just put up with him for me, please.
Yeah, please, just deal with him. Oh.
But yeah, man, a lot of lines are good. Like Barrett's
Dude.
lines are really good.
Dude,
really
I
good.
love how Barrett tries to hug Biggs at one point, and Biggs
Yeah, and
just,
they
like,
just-
dodges
He
it.
Yeah,
ducks it
dodges
because he
him.
knows. He
Yeah.
knows it was
Yeah.
coming.
Bring it in, and then fucking
And
You
even
son
in-
of a bitch! Bring it in, man.
like even
Oh,
in demo,
God, so
like
good.
there's a line in the demo that's basically one of my favorites, which is like he said something like, "Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him, or is he a
Yeah.
loyal little doggy?" It's like,
yeah, dude. it's
Before you
so
put
good.
the bomb on,
Dude,
are you gonna
Raffy,
bite the hand that
Yeah.
feeds you?
yeah,
Raffy, you are going to fucking love Barrett. I
Dude,
can already
you will
tell
love
he's going to be
Barrett.
your favorite
Fuck
character.
yeah, Will. He feels like Biggie from the New Day.
dude,
Kinda,
yeah,
yeah.
basically, yeah. And
A more
there's this-
cartoony version, even.
there's this moment where he even goes to he even like goes to song or something. Like he starts singing.
Yeah,
Like he starts
yeah.
singing the victory medley.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
starts singing something like about
He hums
adventure.
the winning theme of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Dude, he sings a little song when you go on a side path to
Yeah.
treasure.
Yeah, that one. That was.
Yeah, he
that was
sings
funny.
the songs that he reads to his adopted daughter Marlene.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah.
He's a
It's
big
cool.
old family man.
Big family.
He's
man,
a
this
tough
Barrett.
man, but he's got a
Like-
soft heart,
Like he's so.
and he's
singing,
having
like,
trouble
going on an
hiding it.
adventure.
The more missions you go on.
You know, my favorite part about this remake Barrett is how they kept how he calls Midgar a pizza.
Yeah,
Dude,
Weird,
yeah.
huh?
And
I
then
thought-
everyone calls it a pizza. They
I thought
even
it's
eat
just a
pizza at some
translation
point.
thing
That's
in
cool.
the original. I thought
In
it's
the
just a
original,
translation thing
he
in
keeps
the
saying
original.
like, "This fucking goddamn pizza
Yeah.
keeping us down."
Yeah.
It
And
might
I'm
have been
like-
a translation thing in the original Final Fantasy VII, but now it's
now-
canon.
It's
But
canon
now this
now.
Barrett would say that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, pizza
And
exists.
I'm just generally happy that this Barrett is just talkative, as opposed to what we have in Advent Children was just 2 or 3 lines.
He has like two
Dude,
lines, and one
Barrett.
of them is
the
Yo,
best
Sid,
one. Yeah,
park this
this
turkey.
turkey. Yeah.
Park this turkey. You're right. Oh God, I forgot.
I mean,
oh God.
that taste of voice acted Barrett is so strong that we waited a decade just to have this Barrett.
This
fixed
Barrett
him.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
This
amazing.
Barrett is so
It's
good.
so good.
He's my favorite part so far. Just waiting for him to have banter while we're walking around is great.
the band
I
is
kinda-
really good.
I
While
kind of
you're
wish they
walking
gave
around-
him the angry stomps that he'd do in the old game.
Oh, yeah.
Because that seems to be the only one missing so far. But there's got to be one moment. There's
Yeah,
got to
there
be
has to
somewhere
be.
in the game.
I can't wait for him to shoot at a bunch of rubble.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it.
He did
Yeah, he
that in
does
the
that.
original.
Okay, sure.
And one of the things I'm looking forward to with Barrett is, if you guys remember in the old game, there is one piece of equipment for Barrett called Cannonball.
Oh my god,
Right?
yeah.
It's called Cannonball.
That's dumb.
And it gives Barrett a melee attack. It's
Oh my
just
God.
It's just a
literally
ball.
it's just literally a bowling ball attached to his arm.
Yeah.
It's just
Gun
a literal
arm.
iron cannonball attached to his
Yeah,
arm.
he
And
just uses
when
it
he
to
has
use
that
it.
equipped, instead of shooting with his gun, he punches
Yeah,
things
he
with his
uses it.
cannonball arm.
Yeah, he
good.
does.
Oh, dude, I hope.
I really
Sounds
want that
awesome.
to be a
Yeah,
weapon
I
for
hope.
Barrett.
So
That's
Or something
before
similar.
also I have to add some random musings that I kind of
Yeah.
thought about while playing the game. First one, darts is amazing.
Darts is
Darts-
amazing. I couldn't put it down the second I got
Darts
That's
made me
alright.
stream the game for an hour of just darts, and I actually
What?
named the stream Darts while the game is
not
playing
FF7
Final
Remake.
Fantasy VII. And what else? In the train scene, there's this one chick who's named question mark question mark question mark. I thought it's important, but probably it's not. But at first I was kind of appalled. Like, who is this chick? She's constantly saying, "Get a room," or I don't know. So for me, what I'm thinking was maybe this is a Wutai spy or something. I don't know.
That's usually the tell. If there's because usually you see the NPC text on the left hand side, right?
Yeah.
No name.
If there's no name, they're unimportant. But if it's if they have question marks,
question
it's
mark.
gonna be somebody.
Yeah, yeah. So for on my head, this is probably Yuffie in disguise or another
that'd be
character in
sick, dude.
disguise.
That'd be
I
cool.
never noticed that lady. Where
That'd
is
be
that
so
lady?
In the trains, in the train cart after the first bombing.
After you
Really?
escape, okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There was a lot of
Really?
people in that train,
Yeah,
man.
there's even a fucking
You're
baby
right.
that doesn't look like a baby.
Oh yeah, you
Looks
showed
like
us that.
it looks like
wrapped
a-
up alien.
Yeah, wrapped up alien. It's weirdly shaped. It doesn't
Weird
shape
Mako
like a
It had
a
no
human baby.
face.
Yeah, and finally, I guess in how can I explain this? Because the game is named Final Fantasy VII Remake, so I'm guessing or I'm thinking that maybe this is just basically the subtitle, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they just Kojima'd it, made it a meme to have meaning. And
Oh no.
yeah, basically
no,
that's what I'm
Migs,
thinking.
no.
Because the sequel, they might even retitle the sequel, like for example, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. They have some sort of theme going
Because
on.
there is no episode
That's-
number on
That's
it.
Yeah.
not bad.
Because-
That's not bad.
because
Final
Remake-
Fantasy VII Reunion?
They might have meaning in this game, aside from it being an actual remake.
Final
maybe it's
Fantasy
remaking.
VII Rebirth.
Dude,
Yeah,
Final
probably.
Fantasy VII Reloaded and Final Fantasy VII Revolution.
Oh no! Do not go
And
Reforged.
then
Do not
Final
go
Fantasy
Reforged.
Bad
VII
one.
Enter the Matrix.
Final Fantasy VII Rearmed.
Ah,
And
yeah.
then 'cause
It's just Barrett.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Barrett side story.
Because there's a lot of remaking of Genova in the first
They need
part.
to remake a lot. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII is a big game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an absolutely gigantic
But
game,
yeah.
and one of the things that I'm really happy about too is how they, since you mentioned Wutai,
Yeah,
Migs, I love how everyone is like still on about the Wutai War
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
because
That's
they don't
really-
touch upon that super strongly in
the original?
in the old game
Yeah.
until you get to Wutai where it's all about that.
Mm-hmm.
But now, while like after one of your side missions and like the military gets all like up in arms about everything, there's this one little side scene which I found super cute, which was an old lady comes out of her house with a broom.
Oh yeah.
And, like,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I've been
yeah.
to wars before. You see.
Yeah.
And like the security officer is like, "Ma'am, please go back indoors." And
She's
like
smacking him with the broomstick.
yeah, and like the lady's just like, "It's Wutai, isn't it? It's Wutai."
I killed more soldiers than you in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, ma'am, thank you for your
It's so
service,
great.
but you gotta go
Thank you for your
back.
service, ma'am. Please go back.
Please go back inside.
That's cool. That's fucking funny.
There's so much
It's so
NPC
good.
dialogue. It's insane.
I like how
Like
they
it
kind
feels like a real city.
Yeah. And fucking dude, the people in the slums love to gossip.
of yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Word gets around so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the slums are so slummy.
Super slummy.
Okay.
They captured a slum like super accurately.
Did you see those HD rats in that one section?
Oh, dude,
rat.
no, I was
Sure.
too distracted
Not
by
the enemy
HD
rats,
cats.
but just
Yeah,
like
the
regular
HD
rats.
The HD cats are amazing.
There's
Dude,
so much.
Nothing
I
else.
think we can.
Yeah. We could,
I think
we
we
could
can
talk
keep
all day.
going about
Yeah.
this remake. Like everything about it is just so great. Like I love it. I love it so much. I can't wait to keep playing it. I guess like what's your favorite part about the remake so far? As in your standout moment playing it so far.
I think most of it is the first time I got into Sector 7. Like there are three times that I got lost and probably made me shout "wow" during
Dude,
the
those
game.
slums are real.
Like the
You
first,
could
like
get lost in that slum.
in Sector 7 when you finally go to the Sector 7 proper, and they played the Tifa theme.
Oh, when you go
I
on
kind
the-
of
yeah,
I
the
kind
bar.
of felt what Jason, our good friend Jason, Comet Bureau Gaming, felt during the video game orchestra event.
yeah.
Parang
The
sakit.
one where he goes.
Yeah, that basically happened to me. And then also the time where you first wake up to a morning version of Sector 7 or Midgar, basically, because that you don't get that on the original. Like most of it is just dark and dirty. And when we got like sunlight or artificial sunlight in the remake, it's good. Like it looks
Yeah,
good.
man. They even added the extra lore that there are sun lamps
Yeah.
that were given by Shinra.
That's
If
ridiculous.
you're too deep under the pizza, you need the artificial sun lamps.
If
Yeah,
you're
that
in the
is
the
stuffed
artificial
crust.
sun lamp.
Yeah.
Dude.
The stuffed crust. That's
No, that's super good though, because they put consequence to the acts of eco-terrorism that you're doing,
yeah.
right?
One of my favorite parts about Sector 7 is that they put fucking Johnny in the game.
Yeah.
So
The
Yeah,
guy
dude.
who
They
shits
put
himself
Johnny in the
Metal
game.
Gear.
No,
it's,
no. Johnny is this
Johnny?
like
It's
random
Martin
side
Mystery,
N-
dude.
it is fucking dude. Johnny is this side NPC in FF7 that you keep spotting all throughout your playthrough. He's just around all the time,
like
and he's
Stanley.
this like
Not
kind of.
really.
He's more like like
the
I'm
watcher.
trying to find a good
He's like
parallel
the
character.
cabbage guy from
He's
Avatar.
Majima.
Right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's like
The
the cabbage
joke
guy. He'll
character.
just be around fucking up something,
Yeah.
or like maybe just having fun. But he's always around, and he's been with you from the start of your journey because Johnny leaves like Sector 7, and he's like, I'm gonna go on a journey and shit like that. But now they even add more context.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's good.
It's super great.
Can't wait to see him again next game.
What about you, Migoy? What's your favorite part so far?
Like I really like the combat. I'm kind of bummed actually that you can't get enough proper fights just to see all the moves you have. Because like you only get to actually test your chops during major boss fights, because they're the only ones who have enough life to take it all. But
Yeah,
then again, you're
I'm-
actually struggling with the fight, so you have to keep like you don't have time to appreciate it.
Yeah.
But like the combat is super good. I'm really happy about that. I think
What do you
what's
call it?
getting me is like the amount of music that's in this. There's so
There's a
many
lot.
rearrangements, and there's multiple
Yeah,
versions
the-
of the same song,
Dude, the music is
depending
cheating.
on where you are. It's
the
And
whole
like-
super
album
cheating.
is cheating. Big cheats.
Every once in a while, like you'll come up to an item store or something like that, and they'll be selling more music.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing that gets me is like every once in a while there will be vending machines just labeled potion, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes
cool.
there's
Energy
a vending
drinks.
machine called Potion and Music.
Yeah.
And they also sell records, which is super cool.
and you gotta buy it.
Ocean
You
and-
have
Yeah.
to.
Buy it.
But that one guy I'll never forget. The one seminal classic and masterpiece of this game. The man who gives you the copy of Hip Hop the
Yeah.
Chocobo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was the first song I found. Too.
It's fire.
Holy shit. Is it?
You still rocking out to that
Fire.
song I gave you, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beast Boy over there.
That's how he
Dude,
sounds
he's
like.
Fucking Beast Boy.
And it's like you look at the song number, it's like song 53, and like, oh my god, there's
This
so
shit's
many.
fire.
Yeah, dude. And like, if you go back to his spot at night, there's people actually rocking out to it.
Yeah, and it's also funny because the song the song sounds goofy in general.
Yeah, because it's playing off like a broken like crank record,
Yeah.
and it sounds like it. But when you get the music piece, it's still the same sound.
Yeah, it's still the same sound, and that's when I was streaming the darts games. That's the music I
That's
was
what you
using.
played in the jukebox.
Oh,
For
dude, I was
1
playing
hour
Tifa's theme.
to
Tifa's
DJ
theme's great.
Oh my
Chocobo.
God.
Oh, have you guys gotten Kate Sith's theme?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
I just bought it.
Dude, I love one of the things I love about all of this music collection. Each piece of music has some sick ass album art.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
really
you guys
cool.
see the one for Kate Sith? It's just an actual cat with a crown.
yeah. There's this
That's
one.
Like Biggie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
there's
the
this.
Biggie
Yeah, yeah.
poster. Holy shit.
There's even this one track of the victory fanfare.
Oh,
that's
the tango.
Yeah, it's tango. It's really cool. Like it's a cool
Dude,
rendition, and it has
it's a
that's
super cool
art.
rendition of it. They turned the victory theme into a straight up old folks tango
Yeah.
music.
And you hear
So
it
good.
in a place where there's a lot of old folks, like what's that term?
It's the Sector 5 Community Center.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there, yeah.
It's really
Not an
cute.
old folks' home.
It's not an old
Community
folks
center.
home, but it's where all the old people hang out.
Yeah,
It's so good. There's so much music. It's insane. Like, you know how, like, my favorite part of Platinum games is when you're in a combat arena, when you're not actually engaging in battle, it plays a low-key version of the combat song.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this does that too. Where if you're in a mission where we need to get from point A to point B, and in between us is a bunch of monsters, it's gonna play like a low key version of the combat theme. But
And then it ramps it up.
changes. It's a different version of that song
Yeah, it
depending
ramps it
on
up.
where you are. So like the Sector 7 version is different from like the Sector 5 version, and it kind of fits the theme of that zone. And
Man,
it's super cool, and like it's subtle enough that you don't get that it's the combat theme until you hear like certain beats and like, oh, it's
Yeah.
it's the combat theme song.
Like
I dig
like
it.
normally when it comes to combat themes, there's only one per Final Fantasy, right? But they
Yeah.
kind of incorporated every theme to have a combat version.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know,
so
it's
much.
so good. Like
Like, I
even the
can't
combat
imagine-
theme has a low key version of the combat theme,
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
also good. So-
I can't imagine the amount of money they put into the music alone,
Yeah,
because not
Dude,
even
some of
full
this
on AAA
music-
titles have this many songs in them.
And like all of
they're
them are
really
like
good.
remastered so good. Like
Yeah.
full on brass bands and
Yeah,
everything.
like
really good.
different fucking instruments, like full arrangements of like the same song. Like I've heard the same song 5 different times, and it's all
Yeah.
great.
Oh, dude, Raffy, you gotta try this, man. It's so good.
yeah.
Oh,
Are you did you
yes.
Final Fantasy 7 back
no,
in
I
the
did
day,
not.
Raph?
No.
Oh, well, there you
really?
go.
My
No,
only
no, no.
my only experience of like the Final Fantasies, the OG PlayStation Final Fantasies, was playing it with my cousin. Like he piloted the controls while I was.
Oh, you were
there
watching
with
the
him.
Let's
I was
Play.
just watching. I was just basically watching the Let's Play, and he'd give me like so I don't feel left out. He'd give me like
he give you the
jobs.
second controller.
Oh.
No.
Okay,
I
good,
wasn't.
good.
I wasn't that young. I wasn't that dumb back then. We were basically the
Okay,
same age, but like he'd give me, and I appreciate this. He'd give me like bullshit jobs, like
Okay.
so I'm gonna handle the combat, and you try to figure out what monster are we gonna come up against when the battle loads up, and like
that's nice.
but no, like everything comes up random, right? Like there's no point.
That's a
But, like,
that's
I
a really
appreciate
bad
it.
job.
Yeah, It could've
been-
Raffy,
it could've
try to
been the
predict
thing
what the next
where-
random encounter is.
Yeah.
It's
It could've been-
Marlboro. Nope.
He could have made it so like, can you remember the weakness of this enemy?
yeah,
Something
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that might have been a bit more.
I have a
useful.
similar
Yeah.
experience with my little brother where he was playing 12 yata or
Oh
or
my God.
8 and he was the main pilot when playing while I was the puzzles guy.
Oh, God.
So
I
I
see.
would help him do puzzles and figure out what's happening or what's gonna be the solution while he's doing all of the battles.
Yeah.
So it's a way to bond, I guess.
And like I wasn't able to like absorb much of it because I came in when he was a disc out. Like he's finished
damn.
one disc already,
Uh-huh.
and I'd like
That's
I
pretty
came,
deep into the game.
Yeah,
a
I
lot
came
has
over.
happened in this one.
Yeah, and like and I was a dumb kid, so I couldn't catch up. So, but I've also like caught up on the lore thanks to all of the antecedent stuff. Actually, with just Final Fantasy, what was it?
Advent Children.
Advent Children. That's all I know.
Okay. Okay.
And plus like a bunch of little lore bits that I research for articles and stuff like that. But
oh man, dude, you gotta get on this because you're out of all of us here, you'd probably give like that fresh perspective of like somebody who has never experienced
a super
FF7.
outside perspective on this.
I really want to. I really want to. It's not a question of whether I want to or not. It's just a question of like resources because we gotta focus on the bad stuff on the outside right now.
Right.
So,
Oh.
but
Also,
eventually
Raffy,
it's gonna happen.
There are Dementors in this game.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not sure
Actually,
if they're bad or
I was
good.
about to bring that up. I was about to
what?
bring that up because that
Wait
is
a
the
second.
most new addition to the game.
That's the wackiest addition to the game.
At certain points of the game, this was not in the original game.
It's not.
They add these crazy ass Dementor looking motherfuckers swirling around.
Yeah, with robes and all.
Weird.
And like first I was like, oh, maybe this is their version of the black cloaked men who walk around saying reunion.
But
right?
nope.
That was my
We have
first
proper black
that was-
cloak men.
yeah, that was my first like theory. And then you bump into your fucking neighbor who is an actual black cloaked man saying reunion a lot. So you're like, oh, okay, no, those aren't it.
So what was it?
Now I
I
still
have a
don't know.
theory. I have a
Is
theory.
it
I
theory
also have a
too.
theory.
Is it the
I also
director
have a
going
theory.
through
My-
depression? Because that's
my
what the Dementors were for.
No,
Like,
really.
it was a symbolism for J.K. Rowling's depression at the time.
Oh,
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Is it?
Well,
Is
dude,
that real?
Yeah,
It sucked
that's
the
real.
happiness out of you,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah.
like
yeah.
my theory is it's the voice of the ancients.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
that's-
too.
that's
Like my
super
theory is
like,
like
once
they're
you meet-
ancient ghosts.
Once you meet Aerith, that becomes
Aerith.
super obvious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My initial goal was like, oh, this is Sephiroth's influence of evil. So it's not just like pure corruption. There might be some evil in the back, you know. And then like, oh wait, no, they're just dead. They're ancients who have been used to power your microwave.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of like what do you call it? I'm kind of part of me wanted them to look like black mages.
Yeah.
That would
Remember?
be
That
too
would
cool,
work.
man.
I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
no,
That'd be
because
sick.
in the old game, when you get to the Temple of the Ancients, the one ancient guy jumping around looks like a black mage.
Yeah.
Remember? So
Yeah.
I kind of wanted them to look something like that.
But maybe that's because to make that guy, when we eventually meet him, stand out.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe he
it's
might
a body
actually
that
look like a black mage when we meet him.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. There's so much of this game, and like they've gotten so much right. I think my favorite part of the game, as far as my playthrough is concerned so far. I mean, I love everything, but my favorite part right now is how they've added so much character to everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Biggs, Wedge, Jesse. They fleshed that out even more. Heidegger, fucking
Yeah,
Heidegger. Fucking
No
how-
one before.
Like back when I was playing the game before, I could feel the gya ha 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 whenever he does it.
Now you can
And-
hear
now-
it.
You can
thanks
see
to
it.
Jake
Yeah,
the dog.
now you can fucking see,
Fucking
you can
Jake the
hear him
dog.
say gya ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And to add even more to this, all of the fucking side villains, fucking Scarlet, man, fucking. This is how I imagined Scarlet would be, and I'm like, yo, I can't wait for sampalan sa taas
Yes.
ng Mako Canon 2020. I cannot wait for the
Yeah.
slap fight between Scarlet and Tifa. A lot of
Dude.
people forget that there's a
Yeah.
slap
there is a
fight.
slap fight.
Ah.
Yeah. Dude, this is one of the things that I ran into during my research because I make
Also,
I made like
why do you know that?
Yeah, no, because we made a video for GG Network that's like the five weirdest things about FF7 that we
FF7.
wanna see in the remake, because it's like super absolutely absurd. Like
Yeah.
and I felt like people would get a kick out of seeing weird shit in the old game, like remastered and remade in the new game.
They're
So,
doing
yeah.
it, man.
Yeah, dude. So
They're doing it
I,
and then some.
I ran into that one, the sampalan sa Mako Canon.
It's so
It's
good,
so
Yeah,
dude.
cool.
man.
And then
Dude.
the bit where Cloud is like Cloud does CPR to a kid, but he doesn't know the first thing about CPR.
I was
holds
about
his
to
breath.
mention that. I was about to mention.
He was like,
Minigame sucks, dude.
and you'd think that this hero character would jump immediately on saving a child, but no, he's all ew cooties, and then he doesn't want to do it at first.
No,
He's
it's not just
CPR.
that.
That's weird.
It's not
I
just
don't know
that.
how to CPR.
He's from the military, so he should know
Exactly.
how to do that.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, you gotta hold your breath like this first,
Yeah, yeah,
Cloud.
yeah.
And it's like,
And when
because you fuck it up.
yeah, and
Dude,
when
one
he
of the
does
things
it,
I can't wait for, is pretending to be a Shinra soldier.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
the
dude.
Simon Says minigame as an army
Yeah,
man.
I can't
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wait
It's not
for
in this,
pretending
right?
to be a
Because
Shinra
it doesn't
soldier.
happen in Midgard.
Dude,
and
dude,
you're, yeah,
what do you call it? The exact part that I can't wait for with that is when you finally get on the boat and pretend to be a Shinra soldier.
Yup.
I can't wait to see fucking Red 13
Yup.
in a Shinra uniform.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Trying
I
his
say-
best to walk on two legs.
No, they're gonna fix that, man.
Dude, I
They're gonna
I
super
want to
fix
see
it.
the
Not.
remake interpretation
Yeah.
of Red 13 wearing a Shinra uniform.
I saw
They're
this.
probably gonna
Like,
allude to it at the most, but they're gonna fix that.
Because
Oh, man.
I saw the original scene too that was part of
Mm-hmm.
my entries also for the video, which you can see on ggNetwork.tv.
Nice.
Nice.
The original dialogue for that was like, no, this will work. Red was like, no, this will work because humans just care about appearances anyway. But
Yeah.
Red, your appearance is that of
You're
a
a-
red dog.
You're a talking one-eyed
You're a
dog.
talking
You're like
dog
Clifford.
that's on fire.
You're like Clifford, the big red dog, but with more tattoos.
Dude.
How
cooler
is this
cousin.
working? Yeah.
Man.
What else was there? There was also the parade mini game where
Yes,
if you,
parade
There's
minigame.
so, there's so many
If you-
fucking bullshit mini games in FF7.
if you fuck up your parade timing thing, the broadcast station goes like, here, have a grenade.
Yeah.
It just sends you a grenade. It's like, try not to blow yourself up, parade ruiner. I hate you.
Fuck. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm worried about how they will introduce Sid. I'm very worried.
No, they're gonna fix him, dude. They're gonna fix the misogynist wife beating.
Oh,
I
Pirate
no.
Man.
Dude,
They have
Sid
to.
is
That?
straight up a wife-beating, abusive
Oh my
asshole
God.
towards
Oh,
Shara.
dude, yeah.
Aw.
Dude,
They
he
have to
is
fix him.
That's not
so
great.
bad.
That's not
He's
great.
so bad to verbally abusive, man. That's it. It's really
Eee.
bad.
Don't forget the mini game where you have to like dodge shit on. You have to tower defense on
Yeah.
that mountain.
Oh, I
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
about that. I heard about
fucking
that.
terrible.
Fort Condor.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm most excited about is Yuffie steals the party's materia.
How do
Oh,
you do
yeah.
that with
DLC.
no save points?
Dude,
I have
DLC.
no idea. Yeah, probably DLC, huh?
DLC.
Or-
Yuffie
No, it's gonna
steals
be a-
the
it's
party's
gonna be a
materia
thing.
DLC.
They're not gonna make Yuffie an optional thing anymore. She's gotta
probably
be
not.
primary.
She's got to be for real in
Yeah,
there.
it's gonna be a set. She's gonna steal your shit for sure.
It's gonna happen.
I
yeah,
can't
like-
imagine it without the fake save point.
Can you
'Cause
imagine?
that was the biggest fuck you back then.
Oh, the fake
Can
save
you-
point. Yeah, you're right.
Can you imagine how all of these, like all these progress you're getting right now, can be carried over to the second game properly? Or if you have no experience with the first remake, how is it gonna be on the second remake?
You know, they'd probably just make it like Suikoden style, or a straight up expansion to the remake. Maybe.
Is it?
We don't
yeah.
know.
You don't know yet.
Is the remake gonna be a games as a service?
Oh no,
I don't
not
think so
really.
because this
That'd
came out
be
on
weird.
disc.
That'll be weird.
Would they sell another disc?
I'm guessing so, depending on how large that next episode is gonna be. Because this
No,
game
yeah.
is huge.
Like, I've been trying my best to keep myself blind, so as much as possible, I still don't know when the remake ends. You know what I mean? I still
Everyone's
don't
been
know-
quiet about that actually so far.
Yeah, I've been
Which is
super
great.
quiet about it. Like, I'm not looking anything up. I want to find out for myself when this remake stops in the story.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
What is Hojo doing on the beach? That's another thing.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
You just
Dude.
bump into Hojo and he's on the beach in his lab coat and he's like,
Fucking lab coat.
yo, fucking avalanche scum, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
You leave me alone.
Surrounded by beautiful women.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. I can't
weird.
wait.
I want that to
fucking
be
wait.
like an Old Spice commercial. Like, like look at you,
Shinra
man.
potion. Yeah.
Something
Now
like
look
that.
at Hojo.
Now look at Hojo. He's surrounded by beautiful women.
Oh, dude,
Something like
there's another thing that's kind of problematic that I want to see how they implement.
Uh-oh.
Because basically, at some point, Hojo tries to get Red 13 to have sex with Aerith.
Yeah.
Oh my
I read
God.
about
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
At some point, I want to see how they implement that. And Hojo is like, yes, they will produce the ultimate life form. Hojo's sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh no.
Hojo's super into
It's real
furries.
bad. Dude,
Yeah,
He
you don't
made
even
Red
know.
13 for a reason, right?
that's true.
Is he
That's
just
true.
Professor Payne?
I don't know where you're
Oh.
going with this.
Okay.
Who is
Hojo.
that? Who is Professor
that?
Payne?
Don't look it
Alright.
up. Seriously. Don't look it
Oh,
up.
okay. Don't look it up.
Okay.
Okay. So I think all of us are super happy with the FF7 remake.
I'm
I
happy
think
for
we've
you
said
guys.
all
Oh,
that we've.
if Migs is right about the titling of the next games, can we get Final Fantasy VII refueled and it's the section where Cloud is on a wheelchair?
Refueled.
Oh,
Wait.
dude, I can't wait for like fucking Mako poisoning Cloud.
Yeah.
You mean the Final Fantasy Tactics adventure for Cloud?
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I hope they
For
like when we
snowboarder
get there,
Cloud.
he alludes to that where I was in a world and nobody had noses.
I can't wait. For,
Everyone moved in grid blocks, man. It was weird.
Can't wait for Cool Borders Cloud, dude.
Oh, dude,
Cool
yeah,
Borders
Cool
Cloud.
Borders
Cool
Cloud.
Borders Cloud.
SSX
Dude.
What is
Cloud.
that? Holy
That
shit.
there's a snowboarding mini.
snowboarding mini game
Really?
in the original game.
They
Yeah.
just put
Yep.
all the mini games, didn't they?
Dude, yeah, of
Dude.
course you had to.
Like what I'm excited for most probably would be their rendition of the Gold Saucer.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I can't
The
wait.
Can't wait
Chocobo
for
race. You gotta.
There has to be a ton of mini games.
Kate Sit.
There has to
the
be.
Kate Sit arc. I want
the
to see
fucking
that.
Kate Sit minigame.
Yeah, how are they gonna implement fucking Kate Sith?
It's probably a
It's gonna
robot.
be a giant
It is a
mechanical
robot.
Moogle
Yeah.
Is it a
with
robot?
a
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
it's a
like a
robot.
Moogle thing. Okay.
like not to spoil like a 23-year-old game, but like
It's old enough to drink at this point. Get over
yeah.
it.
But Kate Sith is controlled by Reeve.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah,
the cat.
like remote controlled by Reeve.
Oh,
No.
I don't know.
That an actual person. Like Kate Sit
character.
is the cat.
Ah,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
And the Moogle is just another robot controlled by a robot. Controlled
Yep.
by a man.
It's
Just
a suit
like Westworld.
controlled, just like Men in Black.
Yeah.
The
just like Men in Black,
galaxies
exactly.
around. Build.
Oh, I can't.
See, it's
I
on a
can't
cat
wait.
too. See,
There's
it
so
works.
many things I'm so excited for. I'm so excited to see Palmer get run over by a truck. I'm so excited. He's like, oh, I
There's
forgot
so
the
much
stick
I
of
forgot."
butter in my coffee. Gets stuck, like fucking run over by a truck. Fucking,
Oh my god.
fucking can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, so we got that out of our system.
Yep, we got that out of our system. So I guess what else happened in your week, Mr. Raffy Lanus?
What, me?
Mr. Raffy Lanus. Yes, because
Okay.
dude, we spent all this time talking about FF7
Oh,
remake. What's been going on in your life?
That's our week.
I've been watching people play Remake. That's my
It's
week.
our week. It's only been a
shit.
day, guys.
Before we get too far from it, there's something I do hate about Remake though. The one egregious thing.
Okay.
It's that when you beat up the thugs in the alley, like with Cloud's giant sword, you don't just cleave them in twine.
Dude, that
They
part is
just don't
actually
die.
unclear
Why is that? Yeah.
because sometimes they're dead, sometimes they're knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
Sometimes-
story that decides.
Yeah, the story decides. Like sometimes Tifa will say like, "Yo, stop it, Cloud."
Cloud, you're scaring me, and I'm like,
Yeah,
bitch.
let's get out of here before they wake up. But sometimes they dissolve into live stream
Yeah,
particles.
into Mako.
Yeah.
Ugh. They're
I'm
just
like, how
That
do I?
means you kill them.
Does he hit them with the back of the Buster Sword like Samurai
Like-
X?
yeah,
Just
I
blunt
hope
force
so.
trauma.
Cloud.
That's how he gets him.
Yeah.
Dude, no matter
I
how
hope
you
so.
swing that, no matter how
It'll
you
kill
swing
someone.
that, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
it's
you'll
gonna hurt.
die.
Rated T for teen because there's no blood.
It's more of a hunk of steel, really.
There's no blade to it.
You don't need a blade. Even if you get hit by the blunt end, you're done.
You're dying.
Yeah.
Is
You're
this
dying no
just
matter what.
berserk?
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
true.
clonk. It needs to have the clonk berserk sounds.
Big clang sounds.
So speaking of hitting things, people hitting things with things, or hitting people getting hit by things
Okay.
wielded by other people. I watched WrestleMania.
Oh, that happened,
that's the big thing that happened this
It
week.
actually happened.
Yeah, it happened amid the COVID Corona outbreak.
Whatever. Yeah.
Championship edition, yeah.
Championship edition.
Yeah, there's no audience. It's stretched for 2 nights at the Performance Center. A lot of weird stuff that happened. Like, one is like how the entrances felt like there was nothing to them. Like they'd come out, no pyro, just the music, no audience, and it's like,
Oh no.
it felt really flat. Stuff felt really flat. But all in all, I want to say that both nights of WrestleMania was good. It's just like underwhelming because none of the pomp and circumstance of our usual WrestleManias there. No giant pyro, no stadium, no all of that stuff. But
that's weird.
they do take advantage of it, like having no live audience, like in the way that I told you guys last show, was that they do take advantage of the no live audience thing by pre-taping some of the matches.
Yeah.
Like they do like the TV series style matches
Cuts
for
and-
specifically the cuts, they have special effects like at one point when there's this boneyard match that happened between The Undertaker and AJ Styles. So that was one of the big main pre-taped
cool.
match, which happened at a kind of a graveyard, a kind of a barn type thing, where the winner is the one who buries the other guy in a ditch or something like that. So there's this one spot where AJ is winning and he's beating up the Undertaker. He throws him into the ditch, and then I just got word from my female wife that it is now my birthday.
What?
That what?
It's now my birthday. Yes.
Oh, happy
In the
birthday.
in the middle of WrestleMania.
One more minute.
Thanks. All right.
There we go.
Oh, there
Happy
it is.
birthday.
There you go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Raffy.
First
Happy
ever
birthday. Live on the
in-
podcast.
Yeah, live on the
Happy
podcast.
birthday, Raffy.
It's exactly when I was
Anyway.
talking about WrestleMania. So okay. So for my birthday, The Undertaker buried the AJ beating up AJ beat up The Undertaker, threw him in the ditch, and like AJ was operating the heavy machinery, and then just as he turned the thing on, the lights from the back of AJ Styles, like from the darkness, opened up, and The Undertaker was suddenly behind him.
That's really good.
It's pretty cool.
That's
It's pretty
really
cool.
good.
The one thing though is that during the Boneyard match, Undertaker is like revived his American Badass persona,
Yeah.
Which
Oh
is-
my God! Really?
which is not the best Undertaker.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
Did he take a haircut or something?
No, he just had the bandana out. So
The bandana
if,
on.
I thought
If
he
you're
just shave his head again.
do you know the American Badass, Emile?
No.
Okay,
Explain it to me.
so-
Explain it to me, please.
So the Undertaker is usually the undead
dead
warlock
man.
of He's
The
the
hell
guy with the
spawn.
magic.
Dude,
And, like,
it's
summons
the only
lightning.
thing I know about wrestling.
Yeah, doesn't dead man walking.
The one thing, he doesn't die, he never gets
wizard.
buried. His ashes control his power. He
he
summons
has
lightning.
He has a literal shit. What do you call it?
Pallbearer.
cult.
He has a literal phylactery.
Yeah.
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 He's very occult and stuff like that. When there was a period when he put on the American Badass persona and just became a biker.
Yeah. He became a biker.
He just
A
became like
classic
a
stereotypical
I think what
biker.
happened
Like a
really
classic
in the
biker.
story is that Paul Bearer lost the urn of Undertaker.
He lost the
And
phylactery.
He
Yeah, yeah.
lost the phylactery, and then this certain individual called Kid Rock got it. and invoked Undertaker's name and came instead of chariots. There are now bikes and Harley Davidson bikes.
That's amazing.
That's exactly what
changes
happened.
form depending on the user.
Dude,
depending who's
is Undertaker a stand?
Is Undertaker a servant?
He's a
Dude,
servant.
fucking Undertaker altar.
He's a fate servant.
Sick. So American Badass is back again with his fucking bike, and he's fucking trash talking, and he's he's talking trash to AJ, like, do you want some of this, son? You want some of this? Oh, take this choke slam, son. And it's
Really?
it's so bad.
That's the worst.
It's so bad. Like, it ruins the mystique.
The best striker in the business.
The best pure striker.
Some would argue he became even better.
God.
That was the one bad thing about that match. Like, you can hear him talk like normal Mark Calloway from Yeah. There was also the next night featured another pre-tape match between The Fiend and John Cena, which was interesting because like instead of an actual match, it was more of like a stage play, like a skit, like
cool,
going through all of John Cena's career.
Like, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did the WWE capitalize on the pre-production stage of this show and have John Cena just disappear in midair, rendering him invisible?
Oh, dude,
that's not bad.
Yeah, they play with all the shit. Like at the end, dude. At the end, they do some of that. Like, okay, so that was the finish when the Fiend pins John Cena. John Cena disappears. So you can't see him. They do
It's
all
becoming
that.
real.
Bravo, WWE. They did it. They finally did it.
That Firefly Funhouse match is like the most meta match in all of wrestling, I think. Like, it pokes fun at John Cena, how he rose to the top because his body was this and that. Like he
Goody Two Shoes John Cena.
It was like maybe 9 scenes of different points of John Cena's career, like
Being
from when he
played out
first
as a match.
being played out as a match. It's pretty cool, but at the time I was like, pretty weird. Like, I was expecting them to just like punch each other and stuff, you know?
That's like Marvel's that's like a DC event. That's like a Flashpoint event.
John Cena
Amazing.
Flashpoint. The
Going
Flashpoint
in his
match.
career. That's like Batman, like the return of Bruce Wayne, where Bruce Wayne went into the very past of being
he became a pirate.
Batman.
A caveman Batman, pirate Batman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Cowboy Batman.
It was
Cowboy
actually
Batman,
it was actually like there's this breakdown on Twitter that a guy did, like explaining the match, because when I first watched it I was like, what is this? what is going on? There's no wrestling. It's just a skit. And then there's just mild punching. But like when the guy on Twitter broke it down, it's like, oh, it's actually really thoughtful and it's actually really meta. Like for example, the one bit where John Cena faced Bray Wyatt, who's now The Fiend, like 3 WrestleManias ago. He could have made Bray Wyatt a star by losing to Bray Wyatt, but he refused to lose. So that sidetracked Bray Wyatt's career for like all that time. They put that into the match.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, they
like a reimagining of the whole thing.
Yeah, you can correct it, John. You can correct it.
That's your kids, John.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You can make me a star, John. And then,
oh my god,
he does. It's something. I wouldn't say recommend you watch it if you don't know the context, but like
No, I want to see it now.
yeah,
because if it's,
go see it for yourself. It's something.
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure
What-
it's something.
What does Bray Wyatt utter, or like what's his catchphrase now? But like the fun zone Bray Wyatt,
Yeah.
like wowzers bin or wowie.
Yeah, yowie wowie. Yowie wowie. Yeah. Because like yeah, Bray Wyatt's gimmick right now is like he's this demented kids show host.
Yeah.
Like he's like it's Blue's Clues but like really insane.
It's like it's reaching like who's that clown wrestler who's also like
Doink.
that like
The
doink
clown.
levels
Talking about
of
Doink?
Yeah.
of comedy.
So he does this kid show with like puppets, but then the
puppets
puppets are like
fucking
hideous,
terrifying. Yeah.
terrifying. There's like a doll with black mascara. There's like a desiccated bird that he talks to, and then and then in this match they debuted the Vince McMahon puppet.
What?
There's a new Vince McMahon puppet.
I'll share a screenshot of it.
But when he actually comes out, he's dressed in the Fiend, which is like a cross between Beetlejuice.
Whoa.
Do you know? Okay, from that time when Joker had his face ripped off and he was keeping it on
he
his
wore
face
it?
with belts.
Yeah.
That Joker, Janitor Joker, Beetlejuice, and something else. He looks really cool. And then, so that's his new face right now. And then he comes out with a lantern, and when you look at the lantern, it's his old head. It's Bray Wyatt's head on the lantern. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the stuff that happened. That's more or less the biggest things about WrestleMania. Apart from, it was also like pirate themed, because I don't know. I honestly don't know why it was pirate themed. And they even
Next
had
week
like,
it's gonna be ninjas.
next
I
year's.
can't wait to see how wrestling evolves due to this COVID thing.
Dude, 4 lords. They gotta do it.
4 lords?
They say that they're gonna go on. They're gonna go on hiatus for a while, because like Florida is locking down the whole state.
Okay,
So
I've heard about that.
no one can film anything, any mass gathering, anything with touchy stuff.
Yeah.
So wrestling is unsure at this point, but maybe they'll go the UFC route where
On an island.
because like this is what Dana White has done from the UFC. He bought a deserted island and he plans to put fly all the fighters there.
Yeah, he's doing the Mortal Kombat movie thing.
He's doing the Dead or Alive
Fight on. Yeah, if it's a bunch of ladies, it's gonna be New Zack Island. But if it's just dudes fighting, it's gonna be the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yep.
Depends on the mini games that they do.
So also another thing that we got into this week, like exactly after the last time that we talked, I think last week.
Oh wait, hold on.
No,
before you go out of wrestling.
Yeah, okay.
I saw I see clips and gifs of wrestling without an audience. And is it true that they're doing like multiple takes of the same action, just like a TV show?
I am not sure. No,
like I saw.
They would totally have the ability to do that.
Yeah, they do now because there's no audience to get in the way.
Yeah,
I saw a clip of a guy like they wrestle and then they go like off stage and to a higher elevation at some point, and then one dude gets pushed off and falls.
Oh,
so you see it from the perspective of like where they are on that little catwalk or whatever, right? But then as the guy falls, it cuts to a camera below them and he's falling in slightly slower motion. And then it cuts back to the top camera of him falling again.
Oh, okay.
And there's no cameraman on the bottom.
So that means they did it multiple times.
Yeah,
what is this fucking telenovela shit that's going on?
They taken 3 it basically, where it's like 5 cuts of Liam Neeson jumping on a fence. That's the one thing about the thing, like this new style. They haven't really gotten the hang of it yet, so it's constant cutting.
But it's kind of the best if you're seeing the growing pains.
Isn't this exactly what Lucha Underground is, though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their style.
Part of it, yeah,
Oh,
part of
God.
it is. But like I think with Lucha Underground, the matches have a live audience, so they can't cut those.
Yeah.
But like they
Promos
do
was
are
have,
the
mid-fight.
ones that are special.
they do
They're
have
getting
the,
boss face transitions in the fight.
Yeah, yeah. That
Right, continue.
oh yeah. Speaking of telenovela stuff, dude, Money Heist.
Oh,
Yo, you
finally.
didn't
Is
watch
that
Money
different
Heist?
from the Money
Okay.
Heist that like the other guys
Abuela's
talked about?
Alzheimer's.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Abuela Alzheimer's.
I
Yes,
think it's the
Abuela
same.
Alzheimer's. That's the
Is
exact.
it the same? This one is in
I think
English though.
What?
Yeah,
it's the
it's
same.
dubbed. It's
What?
dubbed.
Oh, I
dubbed?
thought this
They
one was
dubbed it?
American.
There's a dubbed version?
There is a dubbed version, yeah, on Netflix.
what the
Okay,
hell?
this one is in English.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
watch that. Watch the Spanish one.
Is the Spanish one good?
It's better,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta you,
It's the
you
way it
really
was
have a better
intended.
feel of how they're like, talking.
Okay.
Or
Also, I'm
emoting.
guessing the English dub is new. That's why it's getting a resurgence.
Maybe.
Because it's
Maybe.
getting
Or-
like all the play in
This is
the
the
ads.
first time I've heard of it. That there's
Season-
Yeah,
a
I didn't
dub.
know there was an English dub.
There is.
I thought it was a new version because I thought like, oh, this is the American version because it's in
Well,
English.
season 4 came
Okay.
out, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
that's why
that's
it's
it.
got
That's
that's why the resurgence
Okay.
is out there.
Okay.
But so we tried it out. It's it's something. I am
Okay.
I am.
Did you hate Tokyo now?
I couldn't.
Isn't Tokyo
stand
the
it.
worst?
Okay.
Isn't Tokyo the absolute worst?
Tokyo is the worst.
Tokyo is
Absolute
just
worst.
garbage.
There's a plan, and then there's Tokyo completely tangent from the plan.
yeah.
Leroy
She's
Jenkins
the
of
only
the
one who's
group.
fucking up their plan.
She's
Everything
the
is sound.
you know the meme where the kid is riding on his bike and he puts the stick.
Bike
On-
destruction.
Yeah.
Bike
Yeah.
self.
Tokyo
Yeah.
Tokyo is the stick. All Tokyo is
Tokyo is the stick.
Yeah, that is true.
It's I don't know if we've dropped it at this point. Like
Oh,
we couldn't
shit.
stand it. It
Okay.
was
Like,
it
how
was
many
that bad
episodes
for
were
us.
you like? Have you
I think
watched?
we made it to 7, but like after episode 2 we were like hate watching it at that point.
no.
We were super
No, that's true.
super
Did you-
You're
high
trying to
school.
convince
Did-
yourself to watch it,
Did you
and then
manage to
it wasn't
get
doing
past the Alzheimer's arc?
Sure.
Yeah, how was the Alzheimer's Abuela?
The reveal.
Yeah, the big post-it note apocalypse.
Yeah.
the closet of notes.
it. Is that the
Alright.
point? If you're not sold at that point, then you drop it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I need to get on
It
this
was
too.
me.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
the
like-
only one.
The thing is, I don't like the decisions they make that just not Tokyo does. Tokyo is
No,
bad.
there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Everyone across the board, the decisions are bad. And for a
Yeah.
show that like feels like it's something smart, it's doing a lot of dumb stuff.
It's
Like-
like it's like Sherlock, where the good genius stuff is just coming out of their asses. Like, oh,
guess so.
finally they have something that they planned, pala. But it
Uh-oh.
feels like
But they don't
just,
reveal it to the audience.
No, they revealed
Yeah,
it after
yeah.
something bad happened,
Like-
and it's a
like
backup.
that's exactly
Ex
how it
Machina
feels.
that comes out of
Exactly.
nowhere.
Yeah,
Their
comes
plan
out
is
of
a
nowhere.
Deus Ex Machina, basically.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
always.
And then I think I liken it more to Now You See Me, where it's like it really thinks it's smart.
You're right. You're right.
It-
it's a heist movie. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it
It
really
thinks
thinks
it's
it's smart, but when you think about it, it's like no,
Wait,
not really.
I like Now You See.
I
Is how you see me your Dark Phoenix?
No, I think the
God.
difference is I don't know about Money Heist, but I think the difference with how You See Me gets it done is
Now You See Me.
they do it via like the visual spectacle of
Yeah.
the acts.
Yeah,
I mean,
Right?
that part of
Like
it
the
is
acts
good.
look clever, but the actual plan is dumb.
Also,
Yeah,
in my defense, Now You See Me is more enjoyable to watch than trudging over Tokyo's self-destruction.
Oh, God.
Tokyo's
Money
Now You
worst,
See Me is the
dude.
McDonald's
just-
of heist movies.
Yeah. It's like watching National Treasure again. It's good. I like it. I like
it's-
Magician
well,
Hulk.
It's garbage food.
No, the problem is it's garbage food, and then it bites you in the anus after. Like that's
Oh no,
that's
it's
the
not.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
it's shitty
Where-
garbage food.
Where
It's
Now
Taco
You
Bell.
See Me. Yeah, it's Taco Bell. Where Now You
Gives you the runs after.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
no nutritional value, tastes good going down, but at the end of it, it fucks
You
you,
shit
in the
your
anus.
pants.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah,
we got it.
that's the main thing. Because like the problem with Now You See Me is the ending. Like when you think that the
in
big
both
reveal
movies.
in both movies.
Yeah, true. It is true.
like-
In both movies.
This is the ending, right? This is where it explains away all the stuff that happened and make you feel like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
they're full of fucking smart.
They
But
played
then-
you, the audience.
Yeah, but no, not really.
Basically, in any ending of Now You See Me, they added an arc that they just showed at the exact
the very
ending.
end.
At the very
Yeah.
end. So
This all
you
happened
won't
while
get
you weren't
lost.
looking.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so dumb.
Man, yes,
So,
that is kind of like how I'm seeing Money Heist. Like, but Money Heist is also, while it's going down, it's also fucking Uranus.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
At
no.
the same time.
I
At
hate
the
that.
same time, you're getting the double action.
No.
Because like, this might be. Is this a spoiler or does anyone care?
Hey, go
I
ahead.
don't think
no
no
one
one
cares.
cares.
No,
Go ahead.
no one should care, because like the big thing about Money Heist is the masks, right? And then
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
these cool masks, and then
The V for Vendetta. Yeah.
yeah, the Salvador Dali mask actually, and
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
everyone wear the thingy. And then when they ask them to wear the thingy, they're actually not wearing it themselves. So they're walking through the hostages in their plain faces while they're talking
Yep.
about the plan,
Yeah.
and it's like, what?
Are you guys
What?
not that smart or what?
Exactly.
They're trying to establish a sense of trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Then-
they show their faces.
But surely, are they killing these hostages? Because like they'll definitely know it's them in a lineup when they
Yeah,
get caught.
that's
true.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this guy talked to me about my family troubles and about my wife.
Yeah, yeah.
I
my
know his
God.
voice.
Yep.
So like,
It
that's
is real
That's
bad.
Yeah, it's
super
really
dumb.
bad.
And then
What do you think of Denver so far?
which one's Denver?
The horny
Denver's
dude.
the one that acts like Louis.
Yeah.
The one
It's
that
basically
acts like
Louis. Yeah.
Is he the son?
Denver's the son, yeah. Of,
Yeah, he's the
The
son.
son.
He's the son.
Who's that?
Shoutouts to
The
Contemplate.
engineer,
Happy birthday, Charlie.
I like Denver's laugh, though.
All right. You mean
Yeah, the guy who
James
laughs like
Franco? You mean
Yeah, yeah.
James Franco.
That is true. He looks like a Franco.
Yeah. He's all right. Like I couldn't stomach his dad, cause
Oh,
like
okay.
I couldn't stomach
His-
him.
his
Not
dad
the
is like
dad.
his dad is like, yeah, I'll sign on to a heist. Oh, I'm getting panic attacks. It turns out I'm super not qualified for high pressure situations, guys. Like a
Oh
heist.
God.
Oh god.
He's the one
you're
who's
super
drilling the
right.
thing.
I
The most crucial member of
I
the
hate
team.
it. I hate it so much. I don't know. Like
Man.
we've stopped
like-
at this point. I don't know.
Probably the
I don't know
best
about
characters
this.
there are the two burly dudes who doesn't speak a lick of Spanish.
Oh yeah, the two
soldiers.
Russians.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
soldiers. Yeah.
The Serbians or whatever their nationality is.
I the thing is like I don't get why they don't just kill Tokyo. Like, second episode they should have just off the bitch. Like
Well, he
why?
signed on for a full season. They can't just write him off.
If you keep on watching, something happens.
Yeah, keep watching,
Really?
keep watching, keep watching. Keep
Actually,
watching.
don't. But
I don't.
but
'Cause,
even
like, she disobeys all the rules immediately.
It's also funny
bad.
because the first episode already warns you that this shithead will fuck everything up.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
heist before, he said that, oh, it's my fault because I fell in love.
No.
and she does it again.
It does it
Right?
again.
Yeah.
She
It
does
does.
the
Oh my
exact
God. Absolutely
same
does it
thing
again.
again. Like she never learns. And like the first rule was like, oh, don't get into a romantic relationship. And then
He did.
immediately winks at a guy. And then the next time they
Sinabi
show
mong
up
bawal
together.
kasi.
Dude, this is like this
I hate
Raffy right now is me a few months ago. I swear.
Yeah.
Oh,
even-
God. What was it? What else was it? Like there's just a deliberate like If Tokyo were a cop, I think she'd do a good job. Like, this is how you ruin this whole operation.
Okay.
Like by accident, does a good job.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. So I don't know if we're continuing that one. Maybe we'll just finish out the season just to see if it treats us right in the end. But
We got that far.
Nice.
As well.
I guess so. I think
season 1's enough of an experience. If
Yeah,
you're
season
not
one's
really
enough.
That would be
liking-
full shitting rights available.
that'd be
That's shitting
full
rights.
Shitting rights.
Unless you want shitting rights for the new season.
Does it get any better?
I don't know. I never continued it.
Well, there you
I
go.
watched like
There
the
you
first
go.
2 episodes of season 2 and I gave
Yeah.
up.
What do you call
Yeah.
it? Like,
how bad it
okay,
is.
so Raffy, besides Money Heist, what else did you end up doing in your week?
Oh, okay. So from last week or from last time that we talked, y'all were super into the gacha stuff.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I
I still
started,
am.
Yeah. So I started like also looking into that stuff, but like nothing's gripped me so far. So
Okay.
Game did
I
you play?
I downloaded War of Divisions, but like
cool.
Ooh.
I felt like it was too daunting and chicken.
There's a lot, dude.
There's a lot. There's a lot to
Did you
fucking...
play it in the PC? Because that would kind of ease up. No, I'm serious.
It makes
That's
you
a good
competitive
idea.
edge
Ease up
better.
Actually.
the load.
You play it on an emulator, yeah?
No, I used my phone, but I should have done that. I should have
Yeah.
done that. Okay.
Because I'm doing that.
I'm not
cheats, baby.
nice.
Big cheat,
Big
big
cheats.
cheats.
I'm not super passing on it yet, but like I just stayed away from it because like it was too daunting. It scared me. But like so I started looking for gacha stuff that I like. That
Okay.
like
So
so I-
Did you
I-
find a
basically-
wrestling gotcha?
yes.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah!
There are a bunch. There are a bunch of wrestling gotchas out there that are pretty okay. There's WWE. What was it? Champions, I think. I've since deleted it also. There's
Okay.
WWE Mayhem, which is like the gameplay is like the Immortals game, like the one from NetherRealm.
Yeah. The
Like
swipe and tap
Injustice.
to attack.
Yeah. Like Injustice, but you dumbed down version.
The
The
Injustice
mobile
arcade
version.
game.
That's pretty okay. I am not a fan of the gameplay that much. It's just the long tap, hold, and then it's not super engaging. What's fun about it though is that the moves look super cool. Like they ratchet up the normal
The hype.
clotheslines, the normal stunners. They like super sell it to astronomical proportions. Like when the stunner comes, it's a full on like jump into the air and then he catches
wow.
you
Okay,
with the stunner.
okay.
Like
Oh,
like
shit.
like up to 11. The moves are dialed up to 11. So that's the one fun thing about it. But I'm not super continuing it. I ran into a bunch of the main stuff that I saw was that I found was the Disney gotcha stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the new
I saw
one.
that.
Apparently.
I saw
I've
an
been
ad
getting
for
ads
that.
of that.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wizard thingy, arcane,
Yeah.
whatever.
Disney Arena is
Disney Arena.
Yeah, that's pretty okay. It's modeled after like Marvel Strike Force.
Yeah.
It's an RPG. You can select your little attacks and like you can build your crew of like your party of heroes and villains and stuff like that. It's cool because I got Gaston and Yzma on my
Nice.
first like playthrough.
The best.
I got
Perfect
the big
combination.
two. Yeah.
Are they ultra rares? What's going on?
No, it's just fucking Yzma, dude.
Dude,
Okay.
I want
Gaston-
now I want to play it.
It's-
If there's
it's pretty
some
okay.
I didn't know that
interesting
those
group
villains were in there.
characters. Yeah.
It's
It's-
pretty okay.
It's
I
pretty
love
okay.
it.
It's been holding my attention actually, but like I'm not
Okay.
gonna go full on it.
Are there
I'm
DuckTales
okay lang
stuff
out
there?
of
Are
it
there
then.
DuckTales
Dude,
characters?
There's DuckTales characters, my friend. There's Scrooge. There's Kronk. There's people from Wreck-It Ralph.
Sonic.
Yeah, DuckTales.
No, not
characters.
Sonic. There's definitely Scrooge. There's Oogie Boogie.
Oh shit.
Okay.
There's
Kingdom
Okay.
Hearts.
Okay.
Captain
Yes.
Hook. There's Captain Hook
Yeah, Oogie Boogie from Kingdom Hearts.
of Kingdom Hearts fame. Oh shit. I opened the app. Okay, let's see.
He's playing it right now.
Let's see the roster.
Raid Shadow Legends.
There's Demona from Gargoyles, so that's cool.
Okay.
Oh, what?
The
What?
villain.
That's
That's
weird.
a big pull.
Is it owned
Yeah.
by Disney? Fuck.
Yeah,
man.
she's got like a big rocket launcher, so I don't know if this is.
Okay.
No,
Is this
I think,
canon?
yeah, that
It's
happened in the
canon, it's
cartoon.
canon.
Okay, so
She
that's
has a
how
rocket
that's
launcher.
what her attacks are. She has a rocket launcher. There's Sully, there's Buzz, there's
Nice.
fucking Yzma. Yeah.
Is there a is there a Spanish version of Buzz?
Is there a llama?
No, there's no llama.
Oh.
There's Yzma's one of Yzma's special attacks is pull the lever.
Oh shit!
Does it open a trap
they super
hole?
know. No, it calls down the roller coaster thing.
Oh shit, that's even cooler.
It's super sick. And Yzma's attacks are like she throws a bunch of giant potions at you.
Oh,
That's pretty
That's
cool.
good. That's good.
There's
A
Merida.
llama.
There's it's supposed to be dead. There's Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, the
and-
new
and-
one or the
Okay.
old one?
The OG or
And-
the
and-
new one?
This looks like the new. Oh, this looks like
It's
the
probably the old one, right?
Yeah, probably the OG.
old one.
Yeah.
It looks like the old one, but I don't know the difference. They're doing a new art style of it. His attacks are like his basic is I am the terror. His
Nice.
That
his
flaps in the night.
yeah his special is suck gas evildoer.
Yep, that's accurate.
And,
That's good.
And his passive is let's get dangerous. Yeah,
No, I
knew it.
It's so
I knew it.
cool.
Dude,
It's so
I
cool.
wish
This is fun.
Launchpad is in this game.
Which
he's
version
not.
though?
Oh,
The
There's
new
two
version
I
on
want
would
the
be
new
best.
version.
No, there's two in the Duck universe.
I mean,
The Darkwing
DuckTales.
one and the
Really?
Oh, the
DuckTales
Darkwing
Yeah.
one.
Of
Yeah, you're
course,
right. You're right.
DuckTales.
You're right.
For sure.
Yeah,
the new
DuckTales one's, the new DuckTales one is cooler.
Yeah.
The new one is cooler.
There's also fucking Davy Jones from Pirates.
Right,
course
that's
you'll get
Disney, of
It's
course.
just like a smorgasbord of shit. There's Zurg, there's
Davy
Scar,
Jones from Kingdom Hearts, yes.
yeah. There's,
Yeah, I wonder
there's
if
Genie.
I wonder if Mando's gonna be there.
Who's man?
Oh, you think they'd go Star Wars
Mandalorian?
again?
Probably.
Ooh.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Not yet,
There's-
I guess. I don't know.
I just think Syndro, Mulan, Big Hero 6 person. Zeus.
What's up?
Oh, yeah.
Watch your old man work.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's
not bad.
Scrooge is from the new version.
Oh, okay.
I can see it. I can see the pocket,
the new art
pockets.
style.
And what are his boots called, or like
The
chaps?
shoes things.
The
I
shoe
forget.
things with the yeah. And his passive is tougher than the toughies. Yeah, that's sick.
That's not bad.
That's sick. Yeah, so I ran into that. That's pretty good. There's also
Has that been doing you good? Like
It's
how is it?
alright.
How is it?
It's all right. It's got the usual the auto win, the times two speed. It
Have you hit like the
You-
paywall?
No, not really. I don't think this is one of those games. Like it's more microtransaction-y.
Oh,
Like
Okay.
Ah,
if you
okay.
want one of the 14 currencies, you can pay
Jesus
for
Christ.
it.
Wow.
You can pay the money, but like
Goddamn
the
mouse.
content isn't locked behind the paywall, so
That's good.
That's pretty fun.
good. At the very least.
the graphics are super cool too. I ran into a bad one though, a bad Disney gacha called Disney Mirrorverse that attracted me.
Okay.
It attracted me at first because like it featured like these hype redesigns of the classic characters. Like it features like super edgier designs. Like remember when Looney Tunes got the edgy reboot?
Oh yeah.
what was that?
Lunatics
forgot.
Unleashed.
Yeah,
Something
Lunatics
like that.
Unleashed. Disney Mirrorverse is the Lunatics Unleashed of the
Oh,
Disney
God.
Like
Oh no.
Sully had like this mech armor.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Rapunzel
I'm
had
upset.
like
Oh, I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
this fucking Gundam Buzz Lightyear?
Does,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
does
don't
everyone
like
have
this.
guns in this Mirrorverse?
Mukha silang MOBA characters, guys.
Oh no.
I hate it.
Basically,
What the fuck?
Rapunzel is your main lady. She's got like
Yeah.
the frying
this
pan.
is
And she's got like
interesting.
chainmail. So it was
This
super
is-
interesting at first, but like
so edgy.
it it functions more like it plays more like a
This is the trailer I saw of Merida shooting something and looks cool, but the only
really
cool
cool.
character is Merida.
yeah. You don't like Rapunzel's freaking frying pan attached to her hair.
I guess.
Oogie Boogie's
Oogie
outfit
Boogie's
looks
here.
sick.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's ano lang, it's super basic. Like it's what's the other game? What's the other Marvel game that's more actiony? Not Strike Force.
Super War?
No, not Super War. The other one, the action
Fucking
Strikers,
Future Fight.
Future Fight. Future
Oh.
Fight. It plays more of like that. Like you have control over your characters, like
Man.
movement. But there's only just one button that you can press, which is a special attack.
Belle looks like
for each
Riley.
character. Dude,
Yeah, dude.
Belle looks like Jaina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belle looks
super
like
looks
Jane.
like Jaina.
That's basically right. Like, God.
That's true.
But yeah, that it's just fun to see all of that stuff. I dropped that one because it was pretty bad. It played really
That's
bad.
the
It- and
gacha
it-
life, dude. That's the
yeah.
gacha
Yeah,
life.
that's a gotcha life. There's some bad ones. There's some good
There's some
ones.
good ones. I want a good WWE one though.
Dude, like try not to give up too fast on War of the Visions.
No,
So
no,
like
I'm not
try Samson's advice.
I'll do
Try it
that.
on emulator.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
There's
Or
there's
even
really a lot.
Try.
It's not just you.
I guess try Arc Knights, because that's a different,
Arc Knights?
different gacha game.
Yeah, tower
'Cause
defense.
it's not an RPG. It's basically a tower defense
Yeah,
game.
it's big brain time if you're into that. Are you into tower defense games?
Every now and again, if it hits me,
Okay,
like
okay.
if the bug
No.
gets me.
Yeah. Because for me, one of the reasons Arc Knights hits me so like hard is because I was one of those kids who would go to the computer lab to play balloons the whole recess. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You wanted.
I was one of those tower defense
people.
guys. Yeah. I would play balloons, the fucking tower defense game.
Did you love it?
Yeah, I fucking loved it, man. Oh.
Speaking of love, love,
Where did
love
that
is
came from?
blind. Flicks it like a ball. Not my best work, but
I helped out a little.
thank you. This week's Flicks It Like a Move comes from Love is Blind, the show I told you about last time.
Yeah.
Are you by any chance watching it? It's really good. And
No.
dang it, pick it up during the fucking quarantine. Do it. We're stuck in here
Okay.
for months. And you gotta give a chance to fucking Love is Blind.
I got my own
So-
McDonald's though, so
Yeah. This is from when Damien proposes to Giannina.
okay.
And
I
it's
remember
like-
those two. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do you though? Okay.
No, I mean
Um,
you told
okay.
us the story. I mean
Yeah,
the gist
alright.
of the last
So
episode.
it was so like this is super convoluted. Like I didn't know where he was going with it. Like it's the most
Okay.
convoluted fucking proposal. So with that in mind, here we go. So I want to tell you, I've been figuring out what makes Giannina tick. And I wanted
Okay.
to give you something that meant something to me. And I started putting things in this box. Things from countries, places I've been, things that just say, it's Damien. Did you get this box? Yeah. These are my thoughts. These are my memories. And when you open the box, what do you see?
Not.
It's empty. It's empty.
Okay.
It's because I stopped. This isn't right. Beside my brother and my family, you've now become the most important thing in my life.
Oh my
And I cannot put you in that box. so I took the box off the box. What? And I put so I took the bow off the box. And I put the bow in my right hand because today I don't just give you a piece of me. I give you
Okay.
I give you all of me, I am your gift. What?
Tyrone Lannister
What?
and Syrian Lannisters. Holy shit.
What the fuck? That's pretty dang bad, man.
Sobrang labo.
How up his
they-
own ass is this character?
He's
like-
like
He has
he's
three.
just- Damien is a pretty peculiar character because he's super sappy when it came to the pods. Like when he was just focusing on the dates, he was super sappy, but like he's all into this kind of shit, and he's super lovey-dovey and stuff. But when he comes to the outside, he's like fucking super serious work stress man. Like he's so wound up, super tight. He doesn't give like time to his like fiance. Like he super changed when he came out of the bubble. Like
Wow.
Okay.
parang ganun. Like he's extremes. Like when he was in the pods, he's like super lovey-dovey, and when he came out, he's like doesn't give time. Like he's always just fucking texting. He's like working out and shit. Like he's basta ganun. That's why he's super weird. Just like when you get to know him that way, and when I look back at this fucking dialogue, he's like, wait, how could he fucking write this? That
Yeah.
dude, Mr. Bro, Mr. Work Salary Man. And then, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
I was
it's just
expecting
weird. It's just
that-
weird.
I was expecting the box to have a string. And
To-
then,
to this-
hide the photo of an embarrassing
Yeah,
photo from the
dude.
Christmas party.
Like that.
Embarrassing photo.
Like
What a
that
Christmas
proposal
party.
has its own hero story going on. Like
Yeah. To tell you the truth, I still couldn't understand what it meant. Like, where was it going again?
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So, that is
Nice.
that is what I have done.
No, very nice. Very nice.
That is
Man,
what I have accomplished.
What about you, Migoy? How has this quarantine week been treating you besides
All
the
right.
Final Fantasy remake?
Which, FF7 has been out for like a day, guys.
Yeah, dude, it's all
It's
I've been
out
doing,
for
man.
What the
a
fuck?
That's
day.
basically
I played
our
11
week.
hours of it so far. Okay. But we've actually, this is like 2 weeks worth, right? Because we didn't have an episode last week.
Yeah, sure.
So that last week, I finished Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works on Netflix.
Oh, you finished it?
Oh,
I
I
haven't
haven't
finished
finished
it.
it.
super fast.
Bamboozle.
God.
I'm kind of burned out by the Fate anime now.
Yeah.
Like
It can
even
totally
on
burn you
season
out.
1, I'm okay
No,
with this.
The fights were really well animated. That's
It's-
super true. But the story is kind of like
The
dumb
lore is
shallow.
convoluted.
It's very dumb. It's very dumb.
It's convoluted, but it's not smart.
Money heist dumb.
No,
No,
it's just
it's,
no,
it's
I
just
don't
bother
old.
in it.
Like it's a product
Okay.
of its time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
as in,
super
like, you
cheesy.
can tell that this was a Dojin game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, super.
You can tell.
Actually, because Fate Stay Night had an old anime, right?
Yeah.
And the poster girl was Saber. So when I watched this one, I was like, why is Saber downplayed so much in this particular show?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I thought
Archer's getting
this
the
was a
thing.
remake. No, dude, it's Rin. Rin is the protagonist
yeah,
of this
yeah.
of this one.
Yep,
And
exactly.
it turns out pala na, because there's a new movie for Fate Stay Night, Heavens whatever, that's
Okay.
still coming
Heaven's
out.
Feel.
Heaven's Feel. And what my friend told me was, it's each girl's route in the Dojin game. So the first
It's
anime
true.
was the Saber route. The Unlimited Blaze Work anime is the Rin route, and Heaven's Feel is the Sakura route.
Sakura's
Yep.
getting a thing? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
People keep
that-
telling me that Heaven's Feel is the best one. I don't know why.
Because
Really?
the character's actually Bone in that one, I guess.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's-
But I don't know. It could be like it was alright as an anime to consume.
I enjoy the fight scenes. Those
Yeah,
are
the
one
fight
of the
scenes are
best
killer.
ones
Like the
I've
mystery is
watched.
fine.
Yeah, what
just-
do you call it? I don't think one should be treating Fate Stay Night as like this like, oh, I can't wait for the story, because it's hot garbage.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
absolute hot garbage. It's like, it's literally a guy saying, yo, what if King Arthur and Medusa fought?
Yeah.
Well, not yet.
yeah.
Not
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
What if Hercules is fighting
And Gilgamesh
God, wait.
had a battle. It's
No,
like,
that concept of recruiting past heroes and how like them having to keep their identity secret because it opens up their weaknesses and how they can beat
That's
them.
the
Like,
good part
I
of it.
looked up you in high school. I know what you're weak against.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah,
Hercules,
exactly.
he's super strong, and he had like 7 lives, so I have to kill you 7 times.
Because of the 7
Yeah.
labors of
Yeah.
Heracles.
The 7
That was pretty
labors of
cool.
Hercules.
And there's a
Yeah.
twist that happens with one of the characters, which I unfortunately knew about because my friend who was watching Fate way back then told me about it.
Okay.
And I saw it a mile away, especially come the second opening. It's in your face. So yeah, it's all right. It's a short watch. I think what I enjoyed more after watching Fate was Beastars.
Oh.
Beastars is so good, man.
Beastars.
I consumed that in one day. I swear.
Same.
Whoa.
I finished it in like a night and the day after, so still
Yes,
within a day.
same.
It's short. It's cool. Yeah. It's what it's the thing that Zootopia alludes to, where how do predators and prey coexist without eating each other,
Yeah.
but then dives into that more,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's in the kind of fucked up way, and it's really well made. Like the animation is exactly like Emile said, done with care. It's done in a good way. You forget that it's in 3D sometimes, like at how well it's presented. It's not lazy at all. And
Yeah,
they do
absolutely.
mix the 2D and 3D, which is kind of weird because you have a character who is completely two-dimensional talking to a group of 3D character models.
Yeah.
So that throws you off a little bit. But I think it blends well enough for the most part that most people won't even notice.
So while you were watching this, I saw you put up a status. Did you not expect the wipeouts and the sexing to come that
The
early?
episode 2, dude, I did like, ooh, this early.
Yeah, wipeouts, big wipeouts, and
I was
big
pretty much like as flustered as Legoshi.
yeah,
As she was like, as the bunny was stripping that, like, whoa, wait, hold on,
yeah,
what's going? Ooh,
yeah. You can feel what Legoshi
the
is
tension,
feeling
like,
at
the way
moment.
the
It's like,
camera was cutting away at it too, to his
Yeah, it's like,
reaction, and
wait,
his thought process.
It's like,
How
wait
do
a
I
minute.
stop her? Wait a
Give me a
minute.
second.
Wait a second.
God. You guys need to get on this so you guys know what we're talking
It's
about.
also pretty
I swear,
short.
definitely.
Like, it's not as long as I thought it would be. And they do allude to a second season coming.
Yeah, because they
Don't
there's-
answer
there-
the question from the first
There's
episode.
a big question that needs to be answered, man.
Yeah, remember like how Emile opens up like, oh, like how do prey and predators coexist, right? And like there's a murder that happens at the school campus
Okay.
where one of the prey has been eaten.
Yeah, a
So,
llama
like-
just straight up eats it.
Yeah, he eats it at the very first opening minutes of the first episode. And none of that gets answered in this season.
Exactly.
Nothing. Nada. People forget that he died, except for like
Yeah,
2
people
characters.
forget.
Yeah.
Only his best friends remember.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's kind of annoying actually how nothing was explained at that. Not even a
But
bit.
like Beastars escalates real fast, doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. The parts it tackles, and I think the only part I didn't like was the lion Yakuza bit,
Oh yeah.
because the escalation kind of went skyrocketing just a bit much.
It's insane. It's insanely
It's a bit
high.
insane that I kind of stopped believing like this was happening. I was like,
No,
these
yeah.
characters should be dead.
It
They're
disjointed
fighting
you
the
from
actual
reality.
Yakuza, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
dead.
Oh, dude, but Mr. Panda Man is the best.
The Panda Man is the best, dude.
Panda Man is the
Buff panda guy, where he got buffed to
Panda.
protect himself.
Nice.
It's like aren't pandas like lazy and shit? It's
I'm like, yeah, dude, but to live in this
Yeah.
world, I had to get jacked.
I had to get jacked so people would stop making fun of me.
I mean,
And he's a therapist, right?
Yeah, he's a
Or
therapist.
was he a psychologist, man, or something?
Something like that, yeah. He
was
helps
pretty
kids
cool.
get off the streets.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do
Don't do
animal drugs.
drugs.
But yeah, that's a good
Animal
show.
drugs.
The dialogue is also really good. The interactions between characters are also like relatable and realistic. And yeah, that's
like,
a nice solid show. So easy to recommend.
what realm of good is it? Like, what is it?
It's a believable world, and the characters, are relatable, even
Okay.
within their own world of like they're talking animals, and how they
They're really
explain the rules is also pretty solid.
Okay.
So that you just give it a shot. I'd say the first episode alone should be enough to sell anyone on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Oh man.
As long
Besides
as-
that, have you
okay.
gotten into anything else?
Um, Migs might be able to help me with this one.
Okay.
Okay.
The other thing that's been popping up on Netflix, right,
Okay.
is the Tiger King.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
watched
Yeah.
that. I have not watched
Oh
that.
my
I
God.
watched. To be honest, I just watched 4 episodes. Or
Oh,
3
you
episodes.
didn't finish? Okay.
Because
I
I
thought
was
you
also
already done
watching Terrace House and Community.
it. Okay.
so-
So I
Is it
I
anything?
actually watched the first 4 episodes and then dropped it because like I hate the people in it.
Yeah,
Because they're like the
dude.
worst versions of human beings you can possibly like maybe not meet, but know that exist.
Dips. Okay.
So yeah, it's like perfect. Even like my American friends who've seen it, like this is the worst that you could show
Yeah,
of a
like-
certain demographic in the States.
Trailer Park
Imagine
Trash.
if aliens saw
Super,
this.
yeah, super trailer park trash in the worst
Imagine
way.
if Trailer Park Trash owns
That's not
illegal zoos.
Owns legal zoos and guns.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
jeez.
no.
And then they argue each other with each other online by shooting things to show their power and dominance.
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
no.
That's
So
their
like
diss video.
one of the
Online
one of the
barilan.
characters. So like one because it's 2 people who own like tiger parks. One of them is like an environmentalist, like I'm doing it because we're the good side and you're just like the corrupt crazy side.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of the issues was she starts stealing the Tiger King's like personal belongings, right, to get dirt on him. So the counter react of the Tiger King is like, you want to steal my stuff? Well, here it is. Then he starts shooting at them with a gun
What the fuck?
and blowing them up with grenades.
Yeah.
Like,
What
you
the
want to steal
fuck?
my
What
mattress
the
too?
fuck?
Here. Pops it with a shotgun and throws it in like a river.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He even has dynamite or C4 yata, and he blew up something
He blows
just
up
for
a
the
bunch of shit.
funsies.
It's super crazy.
Weird.
So like I dropped out of it for a while after like 4 episodes because I was just struggling through.
Uh-huh.
And apparently like that's the consensus for most people, like I learned. Where you watch it and you're like, I don't get it. And then certain things get revealed.
Joey
Then you get
Exotic
thrown
is
into it.
crazy, dude.
No, I've known Joe Exotic already
Yeah.
as a person.
Joe
Like he was
exotic.
Yeah,
out of
that's
all of the like
title
I've heard about
character.
this Tiger King before. I didn't know about the rival lady and the other tiger owner guy
Yeah.
who has a bunch of wives. He's made like a harem with his
Yeah.
tiger fame.
I mean,
And
I've only like known of this character, and like the episode 1, it just threw me off. Like, dude, this Joey Exotic has 2 husbands. Is his own harem, but it's just dudes.
yeah, like
Trailer park.
it actually
dudes.
the pacing is weird because it goes through a different direction very fast. Because you think like, oh, it's about awareness about people who like keep exotic pets as an illegal thing, right?
Yeah.
It stops being about tigers by episode 2.
Yeah, it's all about the like this rivalry of these 2.
Yeah,
demented
it's about
people.
these
Oh.
crazy people instead. And then like I think what got me back into finishing it, because it's like 7 episodes long.
Yeah, it's a
Long
short.
enough.
It's a short season.
Yeah, but the episodes are like 45 minutes to an hour a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels longer than it should. What got me back into it, because I was listening to Castle Super Beast and their crazy 5-hour-long episodes
Oh, geez.
with just 2 people.
Yeah,
Which is amazing.
It's crazy.
So they go into this whole thing about Tiger King for an hour. And I hear like, oh, when you're filming a reality show and you show someone whose occupation cannot be publicly revealed, what do you show instead?
What?
So like this guy, what's his occupation? Handyman. Like, aha.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the guy who fixes things, right?
Oh,
Like you need this fix.
Holy
Yeah, you need
knobs.
someone gone. He fixes it.
okay.
He's just
And
an
then, like,
assassin.
Yeah, he's a hit.
He's a
man.
hitman.
He's the handyman. And
I
then
saw
there's
that
the handyman.
screenshot.
Yeah, but not just the handyman. I heard about the murder too,
Well,
which
straight
are
up
completely
murder now.
separate things apparently in this show.
Oh
in
god,
this
really?
universe
That's
it's
a different
happening.
thing, pa? I thought that
Yeah,
related
the
to
murder
them.
was with the lady, but like her husband mysteriously disappeared, and all his wealth went to her.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But she's feigning innocence and like, oh, he wanted to file divorce, like he left me. But then
Damn.
they talk to the guy's like kids and his wife, his ex-wife, and like, we got nothing out of this. Like all the money's gone, and he was a rich man too. How does that happen? So there's a murder case. There was a hitman that got hired at some point. Joe Exotic is in jail now.
Yeah.
and a bunch of other stuff. It's crazy. If you can stomach, if you watch it, like just knowing they're crazy, you might be able to stomach it more than I did.
I think the first episode is a good like introduction or test run if you can stomach all this craziness, because episode 1 is just wild, dude.
Yeah, I gotta try it.
It took me a while to get through episode 1. The murder thing gets dropped by like episode 2 or 3.
They just forget about a murder again.
No, they do it by cliffhanger.
Okay.
So parang by the end of episode 2 is like, her husband disappeared, and boom.
Like imagine, Raffy, it took one whole episode just to introduce Joey Exotic.
Joe Exotic alone
that crazy.
took one episode.
I cannot wait. I cannot.
He has a lot of baggage.
Really?
He ran for president at one point.
Dude, he has an album. He has a musical career.
I think what got me really back into it was his campaign manager. The story of his campaign manager.
Yeah.
Where Joe Exotic was like, he was going on about like, oh, I found this great guy to be my campaign manager, etc., etc. Then it hard cuts to the interview of the campaign manager, going like, yeah, I'm Joe Exotic's campaign manager. That was the worst years of my life. And he's like, Joe Exotic hired me because of my knowledge of politics and all that. And my job before this was a branch manager at a Walmart.
Nice.
Wow.
And it's like, he hired me because I knew more about politics than he did. And that's enough.
Incredible.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
Just watch episode 1.
I'll try it out.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah,
what a ride. It's not a good ride, but man, what a ride.
It's a ride. It's a ride.
It's something.
It feels like something I can get on, because the only thing I know about it so far is that post I shared that says Joe Exotic is Steve Irwin's Wario.
Yeah.
Dude, that's disservice to Wario, man. You offend Wario with that.
Oh god.
Wario's such a better person than Joe Exotic.
That's true. Wario is just interested in cash, but he's actually a good person.
Yeah, dude. Wario wouldn't hire a hitman. He tried to do it himself.
Yeah.
That is true. that bit is true.
Right.
And failed miserably.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah, he would fail. Anything else happened in your week, or is that mostly it, Migoy?
Pretty much that's the major ones. I finished Bloodstained before all of this, so that's been super cool.
Cool.
Easy recommend. If you like Castlevania, specifically the Metroidvania style games, and specifically Symphony of the Night, this is that. This is the new Symphony of the Night.
It's
100%.
just Symphony of the Night.
Dude, it's Symphony of the Night that it shoves it in your face.
Man,
the fucking voice of Alucard is in this game.
Oh, for real?
Really?
And he's the only vampire in the cast.
Sick.
His name is also OD, the original Dracula.
Nice.
Subtle.
Okay. I gotta get on that too. So, since that's mostly been your week, I'll round it out with my week. I haven't been doing much, really. I've just been going crazy this quarantine.
Oh, no.
I have figured out the most efficient routes.
You've gotcha'd your life.
Oh yeah.
No. The most efficient routes for procuring.
You're Death Stranding it, huh?
No, yeah. For procuring important goods to life without going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So I now know that this 7-Eleven carries bread. I now know that this 7-Eleven carries soft drinks. I now know that the small Korean grocery store tucked away in that corner in that complex is open, and that they sell cuts of pork and seafood and instant Korean fryables. It's super great. I like Don and I have been surviving off like a diet of Korean food, and we recently just turned a bunch of pork shoulder meant for Korean grills into pork adobo. It was great.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I've now been Death Stranding it, like going from place to place, picking up stuff and like bringing it back home. It's been an experience lately. I've been rationing my coffee. I'm still good on that. But as far as actual media consumption and gaming is concerned, I've been having trouble keeping up with all of my gacha games because of FF7. There's that. Because now I'm playing an actual video game. It's super good. I'm trying to keep up with the events on FFBE, on FGO, on Arknights.
Jesus.
But in between all of that, I have been on the Netflix and I have been consuming a bunch of media. One of the things that I actually finished, which is not on Netflix, but from more unscrupulous sources.
Big cheats.
Big cheats.
The black market of
Yeah,
of links.
from the black market of links, from the lendingest of links. Donna and I finished the first season of Konosuba.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard
I'm on that
you're
too.
watching it.
Yes, Konosuba has been really fun. It's an isekai anime that makes fun of isekai animes, so it's super great. It takes the comedy side, and the voice actress for Aqua is amazing.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, her voice acting is just really amazing. If you're a fan of isekais, maybe don't watch this because it makes fun of it.
I would watch it.
No,
still.
watch it because it's cooler.
No,
it's more
yeah,
fun.
I guess it's
more fun.
It's like an isekai that doesn't take itself seriously, so it's
Yeah.
super duper fun. It points out tropes. It does this. It does. It's just an overall fun time. It's a light watch. It's great. Don and I watch it over dinner, so
Ooh.
we're looking forward to season 2 like a lot. As far as other things I've been watching though on more legal platforms like Netflix, I recently rewatched an old movie. I'm not sure if you guys have watched this. It's called Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched this?
Yeah.
No.
Jamie Foxx
No.
and Gerard.
Yeah, Jamie
Butler.
Foxx and Gerard Butler. Yeah.
It's good, I guess.
Is it?
Yeah, I watched this old movie.
A glowing review.
Yeah, that's
It's
my
great.
review.
It's great. So, Law Abiding Citizen is basically a movie starring Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler, where Jamie Foxx plays a lawyer for the state of Philadelphia, I think, and Gerard Butler is your mild-mannered family man who has his entire family murdered in front of him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he
I'm watching the
punishes
trailer
it.
right now.
It's
The
basically
moment you
Punisher.
said that is what happens on my screen.
Yes. So basically, Gerard Butler is like, yo, this sucks. My family got murdered. Jamie Foxx, my attorney, can we do something about the asshole that murdered my wife and child? And Jamie Foxx is like, yo,
law, bitch.
we might risk losing if we try to take them to court, so we're just gonna settle, okay? And Gerard Butler's like, yo, that's not cool. Don't do that, Jamie Foxx. And Jamie Foxx is like, no, that's how justice works, man. And then Gerard Butler's like, okay. And then 10 years later, time skip.
Whoa.
He
Oh my
became a
God! The
Marvel
moment you
character.
said that, also is what's
Really?
happening in
Wow.
the trailer.
Are you
10 years later,
It's
time skip.
freaky.
We find out that Gerard Butler is this insane think tank spy network insane man.
He's got people strapped to like a super bed, and he's
Yeah.
injecting
Yeah.
them with crap.
He became
Yeah.
the
Fuck.
Jack Bauer.
Yeah, so basically he's like the Batman of spies,
He's the
right?
Punisher
If you
of spies.
give him
Without
like
guns.
he's like the Punisher but Batman but no money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right? No, he has just the right amount of money. But what do you call it? If you give him enough time to prepare, he can kill anyone. So
Oh,
he
there you
uses
go.
this
That's the
to
bad.
like teach Jamie Foxx and the justice system a lesson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
So
into this.
if you're into movies like that, watch this. This is a pretty old dang movie.
Yeah.
It was like in 2009. I remember watching this before, but like I wanted a refresher on it, so I watched it again. It's on Netflix. So if you want to watch a movie with Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler, watch Law Abiding Citizen.
The violence is.
The violence is pretty wild, man.
Violence
The
is chef's
pretty
kiss,
dang
yeah.
wild. Yeah,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude. Gerard Butler covered in blood is amazing.
It's
If
you can.
At some point, you see Gerard Butler's butt, so look forward to that.
All right.
Sure. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
You're just saying all
Yeah.
the right things.
All the right things. Jamie Foxx, Gerard Butler's butt. It's
Yeah, dude.
amazing.
Yeah, dude.
It's your basic justice movie. You know what I mean?
Wait.
I won't spoil anything about it, but that's the basic plot. If you're into stuff like that, get on it. Besides that, I also managed to watch another movie on the Netflix. I watched Uncut Gems.
Oh, nice. You finally got on that.
Yeah, I finally finished it. That movie is just stress.
Yeah, dude.
It's just
100%.
It's just
Consistent
100% stress.
You can feel the
all
stuffiness of that
times.
room.
Yeah. You can totally feel the stuffiness of that room. And I know people like Adam Sandler in this movie. And it's like, I cannot with you. I cannot. Oh, God.
That's strong.
I don't know what to say about this movie, except if you want to be stressed out for a solid 2 hours, you go for it.
Yeah?
This is the one.
That's
This is the one. This is the one. If you want to get stressed out for a solid 2 hours or something, go for it.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino film, but without the goofiness.
Yeah. And
Alright.
everyone in this movie talks over each other in a way that you can tell no one's listening to each other, and it's stressing me the fuck out. Especially fucking Adam Sandler's character. He just like doesn't listen to anyone, and it's like, oh my god, you piece of shit. This is why your life's like this. I hate you so much. I hate you
man.
so much.
Oh,
Have you watched it, Raffy?
No, I have
Oh,
not.
you
It's on my list though.
You'll be
Yeah,
stressed
I'm
out.
not
for
sure. Dude, this movie's just pure stress.
Really?
And it's
Pure
so weird that
noise.
pure noise, pure stress, and it's just so weird that fucking Kevin Garnett is just in this movie.
I told
Yeah,
you, dude.
KG's just there, huh?
Yeah,
The
KG
dirtiest
playing
player.
KG. It's just Kevin Garnett playing Kevin
this
Garnett.
is during the time where Boston is in the finals, ba? And
I think
KG is
so,
trying
yeah.
to get a stone that will grant him
A lucky
luck.
stone. I think the setting is 2012. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
Ah, the setting.
like
Is it?
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it came out during 2012.
No.
no,
The
it's
setting
just
of the
setting.
movie is that
Gotcha.
Boston is up against.
I think it's Lakers.
I'm not good at the basketball.
I think Lakers.
I'm not good at the basketball. I don't know. I don't know.
I like how you
I really
tried
don't
to
know.
pull a
a
Boston
basketball
fact,
thing, yeah.
a basketball fact, and then poof.
And then I'm just like, no, I don't know this. I can't. I
KG,
can't do
baby.
this.
Why did I
Somebody
try
help
this?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2004, I think, is
okay.
what you're looking for.
That might
yeah.
be it, yeah.
Yeah. All I know is that this just depicts like the worst decisions that are committed in quick succession.
Okay.
Yeah.
An extraordinary. What was it? An extraordinary
Series of unfortunate events.
something,
Yeah, it's like the effects of the previous bad decision haven't taken place yet, and he's already making another bad decision.
But it feels
It's-
real because you get those moments sometimes in real life.
Yeah,
Not
you-
to that
you do.
scale.
You do get those moments
Yeah.
sometimes in life, and like I feel like some people are really like that, and they don't know why their life is going
You
that
can't
way.
help
You're-
it, man. You spend the money
Yeah.
that you don't own.
You're
Yeah,
talking.
it's that bad.
That person is me.
Oh no, no, Raffy,
No,
don't
no.
be an Adam Sandler. Don't be
Friends
an
kayo
Adam
ni
Sandler.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, are you friends with Kevin Garnett?
Yeah.
Would you lend him a priceless stone
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
no.
Was
in
it an
exchange
opal
for his
or-
ring?
In exchange for his
fuck?
ring.
Dude? I'd give him more for less.
The fucking
I've
Rolex.
given more for less to Kevin Garnett.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh well.
It's happened.
So if you wanna get super stressed out, watch Uncut Gems. Oh
shit.
God, dude. I think that's mostly been my week. I just can't wait to get back onto more FF7. Like that's mostly it. So with that said, can we move on to our regularly scheduled programming? I'm gonna wreck it.
No.
Nice.
Big Rex.
Big
Big
Rex.
Rex. Who wants to start? Are we in the elevator? Are
Oh
we?
God,
Oh,
please
yeah.
no.
I got a perfect
Are we
one for
falling down the elevator?
Okay.
Has somebody
Are we gonna
sneezed
bomb
in this
the Mako
elevator?
No, don't
reactor?
sneeze.
No, don't sneeze in the elevator, guys. Only give Rex.
Don't
Yeah.
whiz
Raffy.
on the
Yes.
electric fence.
Raffy, start us off.
I got a real quick one. This guy's name is JohnnyFPV. He's
Johnny what?
JohnnyFPV.
Okay.
FPV,
First,
okay.
I think
YouTuber?
it stands for on YouTube. It's JohnnyFPV.
Ooh.
I think it means first person view.
Vlogger. Okay.
Okay.
First person view.
Okay,
And
first-person view.
His specialty is like he pilots a drone like really really well.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
It's like you're in a video game. Like
He's a stunt drone pilot.
He's a stunt drone pilot.
Sick.
Yeah, and his work is awesome. Like he he goes up, he goes down like one of the tallest buildings in Europe. Like he goes through like the pyramids and some stuff in like an ancient Mayan temple, and like the angles that he captures are so insane. Like you're in like a TIE fighter almost. Like the maneuvering and all the zoom ins and the dips and the bops and the boops. I don't know what that means in drone terms.
You almost you almost turned into fucking
Barrett.
No, I was gonna say the guy. Shit, what's his name? Fucking
Okay.
Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Cosby.
Oh yeah. Flim flam.
You almost turned into Bill Cosby.
But I'm missing the essential element of the bad stuff.
Oh, yeah. You have none of that bad stuff element.
Okay, great. Good clarification.
Good clarification to have.
Yeah, that's me, Johnny FPV.
Like Raffy is similar to Bill Cosby except for the bad stuff.
Thank you. That's a clarification that will save my life. Thank you very much.
Good.
That's me.
That's good. Yo, Migoy, what about you? Do you have any recs for us today?
Yeah, I finished another show after after finishing the tail end of Shield Hero from last time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I finished Steven Universe Future, which wrapped up the Steven Universe series in its entirety, I believe. And it's I talked about this to our friend Charlie from Contemplate for a bit because he also finished it. And he's right that this entire final season is just an epilogue. But I say it's a really good epilogue. It handles a person, because you know how Steven is all like, he can fix things by talking. He won't go into violence. Violence is the last resort, right? Even then, he would try to avoid fighting if he can. So he saved the world, right?
Yep.
World is fine.
Yeah.
So it's what's happening after that. So it tackles the personal issues of Steven himself naman. Parang what does he do now that he's saved everyone? And it goes into like how it tackles a lot of issues like depression, PTSD, and all that, because like he fought a war, you know, and as a 10-year-old, and like usually you just pass it off like, of course, fucking Gohan did it at 11, he was fine.
Okay.
But then like it's actively it's affecting him badly, and you know, he's also a teenager, so he doesn't want to talk to anyone about it because it's awkward, and then he'll overthink it like, oh, they'll just get worried about me, I'll just bottle it up, you know, and no, it won't happen.
Oh, no.
But because he has these superpowers, it's coming out in a really weird way.
Oh, cool.
He has these superpowers, and he's also a hybrid of like the race that has the powers and a human.
Gem human.
Yeah, he's a gem human, so that's fucking him up even more. And because he's also one of the strongest types of gems, it can translate to actual destructive power.
Interesting.
Which, you know, like, it's driving him nuts and he doesn't know what to do with it. So the series is also actually really short because it's a bunch of like half episodes. They're like, the episode count hits 20, but they're all like 15 minutes apiece. So it's a really short season, but it's done really well. I think it's my favorite season out of the entire show because it feels condensed and, you know, on point. Like, it has the episodes that stretch a bit, but that's usually to show what other characters are doing in this epilogue world, which is also kind of adorable. So yeah, Steven Universe is really good. That it does something clever with the end song, where it'll show you bits of the song as it goes.
For
So,
episode or something?
I didn't see actually the actual progression of how it goes. So like the song is mga 2 minutes long. It'll show you like 20 seconds of each of the song as it goes on. So you get bits of like the chorus, the bits of the verses as it goes on, and like people were waiting at bated breath for each like for each new lyric that would come out. It's like just because they want to hear the full song. Yeah. So up until then, people were like uploading to YouTube the bits of the songs and were sticking them together.
Interesting.
And it actually like, because the perspective is a car driving along the side of a road. Then you can see in the background like the key locations of Steven Universe. And it was actually progressing as if it was one long video. So up until the final
so
episode,
that's what
they
you
would show
were posting.
bits. Yeah, that was the one. That's my current photo. And the song is really good too. I think it's my favorite Steven Universe song as of date. So yeah,
Cool.
Steven Universe Future. If you've dabbled into any of the seasons,
Yeah.
and like finish the show, but if you do finish the main show, you have to watch this. Like, I really like this epilogue. I did not expect also to like it. I was going into this when they revealed it, like Steven Universe Future, but why? And then I watched it like, oh, this is really good. Okay, I'm shutting up now. So that's me. I'm gonna wreck it.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. What about you, Mr. Migs Samson? What are you gonna wreck for us this
I
fine day?
have 1.5 recommendations.
1.5.
Because the first one is a short recommend. I just want you guys. I recommend to be excited.
Wait, do you mean us or the audience?
You, both you and the audience. I recommend you guys to be excited for BNA, Brand New Animal. It is out
Boku
now.
no Academia.
It's actually out.
I am very
during-
excited for Brand New
It's
Animal.
out?
8?
Holy
it's
shit.
already 8.
Yeah, it's out. It's out.
It's already 12 because it was
But
out.
where can we consume it?
in the most
The black market, where you can buy meat.
The pearl,
Yeah,
Jack,
dude.
the pearl. So yeah, that's half of my recommend. My actual recommend is
Okay.
Community, which is now available in Netflix.
Yeah, all of
yeah,
it. All
this is a
6
big
seasons.
recommend for Raffy, actually.
Yeah.
Here we go
I've
again.
been homework.
More homework.
But
I'll
no,
do it while playing near.
Community. If
Oh,
you want to
no.
get sold on Community, it's a comedy show by the dude who made Rick and Morty. But this is
Dan
this
Harmon.
good. This is a good comedy
But
show.
it's good.
It's
But
about
it's good.
it's about the group. It's about a group of people inside the community college, and they get to learn one another. They get to like study together and have hijinks together. And the thing the thing that I really like about the show is what happens during the credits. And I won't spoil
They
it
have
if you
gags.
don't.
They
if
have
you-
some gags in the credits.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, Raffy, I won't spoil it. But
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
that's something that is a running or a constant feature in the show where something
Gotcha.
good is happening in the credits.
All right.
To sell you this even more, Raffy, before Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Community was my Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Basically.
so that kind of thing. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And it has Childish Gambino. It has
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has
Before he became Childish
Alison Brie
Yeah.
from
Alison Brie before she got
Baby.
married.
from Glow.
Gambino.
I think Alison Brie is from Glow.
Yeah.
from-
Yeah,
from
she's in Glow.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is she in the
Yeah,
Glow?
She's the main protag in Glow.
She's the glow.
Main
Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's the actual glow.
And there's
Cool.
Huey from DuckTales.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
he's
DuckTales.
Abed.
You're right. He's Abed.
Right, I
So,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Community,
Sick,
we're
sick.
gonna wreck it.
Oh, that's good.
Very nice. Very nice. I would wreck that too if I didn't have my own wreck. But right now, what I would like to recommend to finish off our series of good wrecks would be something that the YouTube gods decided to impose
Oh my god!
at like 2 a.m. in the morning
Oh
for
my god.
for absolutely no apparent reason. The YouTube gods decided to recommend me
God damn it.
a channel called SuperHumman.
Human, but with 2 M's.
Yeah, exactly. It's SuperHumman. It's not human. It's HUMMAN.
Yeah.
Humming,
And this
yeah.
entire channel is just filled
Christ alive.
with this one guy who does dangerous
Mother.
wrestling stunts in his
specifically wrestling
backyard.
stunts.
Wrestling
Yeah.
stunts.
Like he has a playlist called SuperHumman Does Extreme Backyard Stunts. Right? So let me read off a few of these
Oh,
a
please
few of
do.
these amazing titles for you.
Please do.
Flying elbow drop onto thumbtacks, toy cars, mousetraps, open parentheses, WWE style, close parentheses.
Sometimes it even says Mick Foley style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay. Number 2. Front flip onto Legos. WWE style.
That's mild actually.
That's mild.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Butt buster
Yeah.
onto Lego and
There we
mouse
go.
Oh no,
traps.
this is
WWE Jeff Hardy style.
that's mild. That's mild. Give us the
That's
hard
mild.
stuff, Emile. Give
Okay.
us the hard stuff.
We're all
Front-
grown men. We
Okay,
can take
okay.
it.
Front flip onto cactus. WWE
Oh,
Mick
yeah.
Foley style.
That's
that
the
was so
stuff.
painful.
Dude,
Okay.
I've
Okay.
The worst that I've watched in that playlist was
What?
the Butt Buster ECW Sabu style over a line of incandescent lights.
Oh yeah,
no.
he likes
That
to
is
do
so
those.
fucking awful. That's hard to watch.
But what about flying elbow drop onto light bulbs? ECW Tommy Dreamer style.
Holy shit.
These are pretty bad, man.
Dude.
I have no idea why YouTube decided to like give me this. But one of the most entertaining parts about it is if you go to the playlist of his extreme backyard stunts, most of the thumbnails are just him in the same exact fucking elbow drop pose.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him in midair.
Yeah.
Yeah, him in midair. And he, right before he does these stunts, a lot of the time, he will take off his shirt
Yup.
and say, fuck
This
this
shit."
shit. And then he'll proceed to damage himself.
Hit him with the whole spiel though.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Oh, wait,
this
no.
is for-
What's the whole spiel?
This is-
Raffy, what is the whole
He
spiel?
takes off his shirt and he goes, "Welcome to the SuperHumman show, and we're doing an elbow drop into a chimney or some shit. And then this is for juggalos and juggalettes. Whoop, whoop. Don't try this at home. Fuck
Yeah.
this shit." And he does.
I like that part where it's hiking up.
He
Yeah,
even
like-
does the heavy breathing, like
He'll hype himself up.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
this shit. It's
And have you noticed that some of the shirts he wears is like a shirt that says "Down with the Clown"?
Yeah.
And it's just a Juggalo
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Dude, I have absolutely no idea why YouTube recommended this to me.
It just happens sometimes.
It just happened,
Why
and
did YouTube
like
allow this?
he has like almost 200,000 subscribers, my dude.
That's
He
Dude,
gets
I-
like 6 digits of views for these videos, and they're like 40 seconds long, most of which is the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Can we,
and like
is this what we're gonna do now? Is this how we get famous?
maybe.
Like the most.
And like some of the things he does an elbow drop or like a butt buster onto aren't things you should be doing these things
Yeah.
dude.
to.
He did one on
Like-
the air conditioner. Holy shit.
Dude, he
Dude,
did
the
one
air
on a
conditioner
fucking
one was just like so bad. It's just you could just hear him crunch and
Yeah.
then like fall into pain, and like the air conditioner is unscathed.
Of
I
course.
don't
He does
know how
he
he's
does
still
a
alive, dude.
he does an elbow
really
drop to a
don't.
printer.
A printer?
Yeah.
Oh,
That one hurt.
oh my
That
god.
The weird-
Dude.
the
Yeah, because he
weirdest-
lands wrong.
He really puts his like whole elbow into it, like
Yeah, you're supposed to
Yeah.
put it on your like bicep so
Or
that you
something.
mitigate the damage.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
lands on the
man.
sharp point of his elbow. Then he'll break like through 2 tables sometimes.
yeah,
Dude,
And
I
then
am
the
so
video
confused.
cuts after his loud scream.
yeah.
Oh,
I think the weirdest
Dude.
video I've seen on that channel is a promo of his custom Pokemon card.
Oh, what?
So
he has a custom Pokemon
yeah,
card.
he's selling
Migs, just dive
a
deeper.
custom Pokemon card of just elbow dropping, like a picture of himself elbow dropping,
Yo,
and
that's
he has
sick.
these moves in the Pokemon card.
Dude, he has a video called WWE Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar Shawn Michaels review, and he's reviewing the
Yeah, the
toys.
toys.
He's
Yeah, he does
reviewing
toy
the
reviews.
Oh, that's
toys.
the early
That's
shit.
sick.
That's the early shit.
Yeah.
But what about
Dude,
his
Before he
video
found
with
his
an-
voice.
Yeah, before he found his voice. What about his video with his friend Charlie or some shit? Like,
Oh, his good
has a
friend
friend.
Paul.
good friend Paul. There. It is.
Actually, I was about to bring
Okay.
that up. Have you guys seen his latest 3 videos?
Not
No.
yet.
Is it
Check
the
it out.
series?
Like, open up the channel now and look at them. Because, like, one of them is, like, The Nightmare Part 1.
The Nightmare Part
Whoa.
1?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And then
week
the one
ago.
after that, which came out a few days ago, is, like, saying goodbye to a friend part 2.
What the hell?
What happened?
And then
is this?
his latest video, which came out I think yesterday,
Interesting.
just says April 19.
Whoa, what is happening?
There's a video a month ago called "Buy the Fuck This Shit Hot Sauce Today."
Yeah, he
Yo,
made
yeah.
his own
And
hot
it's
sauce.
Yeah.
he has a hot sauce line.
Dude,
what the fuck?
there's a video
getting-
where he drinks hot sauce and just runs at a wall 3 times.
Dude, right now I am looking at this man's activity feed, and around a month ago he subscribed to Jacksepticeye.
Nice.
What the fuck? This man is slowly discovering the world.
A
It's
sub
amazing.
for a sub.
So
if you
yeah?
if you watching the last 3 videos, because you know that he's joined sometimes by his good friend Paul, right? The masked luchador
Yeah.
who choke
Yeah.
slams him.
Or spears him in another
Yeah.
set of incandescent.
So
lights.
there are rumors that his good friend Paul is dead.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Is that why the titles are like
I
that?
don't know, dude. I read the comments. I have no idea what's fact or fiction.
Damn.
I really hope his good friend Paul is alive.
Yeah, and it's just kayfabe.
It looks
So-
more like he's broken up with him, because he
Really?
like he gives a flower to a photo of him and Paul. Then at the end he breaks it with a bat.
Shit, okay.
Is this a case of
It's like
like
a
Paul is
promo.
no longer my best friend?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Sounds like a
Something's
promo,
happening
dude.
on April 19th. We're gonna find out.
Dude.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is a
I can't
promo.
wait.
This is a promo.
Dude,
Also,
we've discovered
guys,
a whole nother world.
Have you seen that link where he has merch?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
Yeah,
sells
yeah, yeah,
shirts,
Pokemon
guys.
thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, if you want to jump into the strange world of backyard wrestling stunts with us, go check out SuperHumman. I'm gonna wreck it.
Don't try it at home.
Yeah, don't try it.
Yeah,
at
I'm
home.
not gonna. Yeah, for all you juggalos and juggalettes out there, whoop whoop, get on it. SuperHumman on YouTube. That's my wreck. I'm
Please.
gonna wreck
Oh my
it.
God.
Fuck. So I guess that's a podcast, boys.
that's a good
oh
trade.
man, that was a really good trade.
Yes, it is.
And
We're
if
on
you
time,
want,
guys.
if
Stop
you
for 3
want
hours.
to listen to past episodes of our show, you can do so by visiting our Spotify channel, our Apple Podcasts channel, or even just in anchor.fm/Good Trades Brigade. Every episode of Good Trades is there. You can download it, you can listen to it, you can do whatever you like. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Especially in these trying times of not being able to do
yeah.
anything. Or what better way to spend it than listening to the good trades?
Or any
And
podcast.
any podcast for that matter, absolutely. But if you'd like to support this podcast, you can go over to www.patreon.com/goodtradesbrigade, where for the price of a cup of coffee, you can help support the show, keep it going with, you know, your wonderful donations. We can help keep the lights on, keep the equipment rolling, and pay for, you know, any of the costs that we boys incur, like actually producing this podcast. For all of our lovely patrons out there right now, thank you so much for supporting the show. We love ya.
You can also hit up our socials on Facebook.com/GoodTradesBrigade, Twitter @GTBrigade, IG Good Trades Podcast, and YouTube.com/C/GoodTradesBrigade. Is that right?
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's right.
That's a good trade.
That was a good trade.
That's a good
That was a good
trade.
trade.
That's a
Pretty
good
good
trade.
That's a good trade.
That's a good trade.
Keep it
I'd
going,
say that's
boys.
a good trade.
Ah,
Maybe we should keep it going.
keep it going.
Don't forget, boys.
Be ambitious.
Be ambitious.
Be ambitious.
This is for juggalos and juggalettes.
I have no idea. Why
I don't
why
know.
did YouTube recommend that
I
to
don't
me?
know.
Why?
They were-
Don't know, dude.
They were-
Actually,
It's like-
for our Patreon, we posted an update regarding
What?
our status for Patreon, and we encourage you actually to not support us at this time.
No.
Well, no.
And-
We refunded the
Yeah,
last month, or is it
we
this month?
refunded Patreon. We refunded our patrons last month. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the whole lockdown.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Because you know
Oh.
the,
Just
the,
in
the
case
things
if
are
you need it.
happening.
Things happen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah,
better.
yeah,
to
that-
be like your money's better spent on
Right.
other important things.
Guys,
other than-
guys, that totally makes sense. So If you do want to support us, you could go
could.
to
Feel free to do so still.
www.patreon.com/goodtracebrigade. But in lieu of recent events, maybe don't do that right now, but we still love you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
We
man.
still update and we still
That's
have
true.
content.
That's true. That's true.
We'll see you on the other
Oh,
side
man.
of this thing.
Oh.
See ya. We are off. We are off.
Bye.
Bye.
Boys,
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
be ambitious. Keep it going.
go.
This
A
ish.
group of raccoons is called a business.
What?